Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Hawkeye Sports Network. From Learfield, Hawkeye Basketball is on the air. Hawkeye Basketball is brought to you by Alliant Energy. Visit AlliantEnergy.com to see how they're using their energy to power beyond. Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. West Bend, the Silver Lining. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. And by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. This is the EMC Insurance pregame show. EMC Insurance. You've worked hard for it. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it.
The midterms are tomorrow, but the start of a brand new college basketball season is tonight. Welcome into the Hawkeye pregame coverage of Iowa and Bethune Cookman as we get going with a brand new year as the 2023, 2022, and 23 season commences with the Hawkeyes at home. In fact, it's a big night, more than you normally would think, because it's a doubleheader. The fourth-ranked Hawkeye women play immediately following the men's basketball showdown. The Hawkeye women, ranked number 4 in the country and picked to win the Big Ten championship this year, face Southern University from Baton Rouge in the nightcap. And we expect a big house. Plenty of room for you, though, so please come on out and enjoy Hawkeye basketball, both men and women. I'm Gary Dolphin. Welcome to year number 26 of our team. Myself and Bobby Hansen, former Hawkeye great, NBA world champion with the Chicago Bulls. And partner, this is a good way to start the year. Monday night, start the week. Everybody get out and vote tomorrow on the heels of a couple Hawkeye wins, hopefully.
Yeah, and a couple good days of weather coming up on top of that. And then it's going to change to basketball weather, Gary, as the temperatures are going to drop a little bit. But I've been excited for this all day long to get here to Carver Hawkeye Arena and see this edition, this 2022-2023 Hawkeye basketball team. Got off to a good start in the exhibition. I think this is a year that's going to surprise a lot of people as the Hawkeyes will challenge for the title.
One of your old buddies, Reggie Theus, who played 14 years in the NBA, is the head coach and athletic director here at Bethune Cookman. You and he had a nice embrace and about a 3-minute chat a little bit ago. Good to see Reggie staying involved with the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to him a little bit about how the heck did you get to Daytona, Florida down there with Bethune Cookman. He just said, you know, I just want to keep evolving as a human being. I've done a lot in my post-playing career. He's been an actor. He's been a head coach. He's been an NBA head coach. He's worked at a lot of different places. He said this is a great opportunity for him to get that dual job as an athletic director and basketball coach. Being a former point guard, he says, I'm used to a lot of things moving and going on. He said, it keeps me going. And just good to see a guy like that, Reggie, stay involved.
Yeah, he was involved with the Sacramento Kings for a few years as a player and as a coach. So I said, well, you got to be happy that the former Hawk Keegan Murray is with the Kings and playing well. He goes, yeah, he said, how about that? He said, that was an exciting pick. He said, but there's still one Murray left. So he's been working on that scouting report. And we have just a sample size from last Monday night's opening exhibition game. But wow, Chris Murray, 24 points, basket full of rebounds all over the floor, just like his brother.
Took him a little while to get going, but once he got his feet underneath him, got his legs underneath him, Gary, he was lights out. 9 of 14 from the floor in that game. 2 of 5 3-point shooting. All 4 of his free throws dropped. 7 rebounds, leading rebounder for the Hawkeyes at 24 points, no turnovers. He just showed a glimpse of what's capable for Chris Murray. But back to Reggie. I remember Reggie when I first started playing. He was with the Kansas City Omaha Kings at that time and then moved out to Sacramento when they made that move. So, yeah, that's good to hear. He's following the Kings and following Keegan's making great progress.
Boy, that dates everybody, doesn't it, when you say Kansas City Omaha Kings. Of course, I grew up an Oscar Robertson fan. He was my hero. And the Cincinnati Royals with Tiny Archibald and Jerry Lucas. And, Sam Lacey, Big Sam from New Mexico, ultimately became the Kansas City Omaha Kings and now the Sacramento Kings. So I've been a starving Kings fan for a lot of years. So hopefully with Keegan and Harrison Barnes, some of that Iowa blood out there, the Kings are on their way back. But we're here all about college basketball tonight. Now, if you're coming out for either the men's or women's games, hopefully both, and you've got a women's ticket, there are certain sections you can sit in for this game. That ticket will get you in. Just walk right up to the gate and you come on in. And you can sit in certain sections. They'll tell you to watch the men's game. And then the roles are reversed for the women's games. You Hawk fans that are coming for the men want to stick around and watch Caitlin Clark and Monica Sonato and all returning 5 starters. I mean, who wouldn't? Oh,
absolutely. Plan on catching a lot of that basketball game. But when you get here with your ticket, just ask. I was talking to the ushers up there, the ticket takers. They'll say, we'll help the people, because it is going to be a little bit confusing, Gary. Everybody trying to get in here. But I hope people get out here and enjoy a great night of Iowa Hawkeye basketball.
And the point being, they want as full a house as possible. We get it. It's Monday night and it's a school night, but man, oh man, you got a chance to see 2 for 1. The Hawks, both the men and women, defending Big Ten champions. This is the EMC Insurance pregame show. You've worked hard to build your business. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it. Find your agent at emcins.com. It's a big week. Basketball tonight. Hawk Talk with Kirk Ferentz Wednesday night. The Hawks are on a 2-game roll, having defeated Purdue in West Lafayette Saturday. We'll rehash that and look ahead to the Wisconsin Badgers on Saturday. A very special day, Veterans Weekend celebration by the University of Iowa. But Friday night, more basketball as the Hawkeyes play their 2nd game of the young season. And of course, it's one of my favorite times of the year, Bobby. You got November. This is the start. Basketball and football starting. November kind of ties the 2 seasons together, and it should be a wonderful week and a wonderful year going forward for both Hawkeye men and women.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to the football team getting back on track there with the Purdue victory for the back-to-back wins. And I started looking for a number 2 football jersey. Where did that young guy come from? He is now my favorite running back.
Caleb Johnson?
Yeah.
Well, you know where he came from, Hamilton, Ohio. Greg the Stoker.
Yeah.
Greg Stokes. He's got some Greg Stokes toughness to him, and Caleb is just a delight to be around. He's mature well beyond his years.
Smooth runner, too.
Oh, man, is he smooth. He might be the closest thing to Sean Green that I've seen in the last 10 or 15 years. He's big. He's strong. He gets it. And once he gets the total game plan down, boy, look out, because he's still a baby. He's still learning. But Kirk Ferentz was raving about this kid all the way back to this when summer started and he came in, first stepped on campus. So he's going to be a delight. Got to stay healthy in that game, but got a pretty good number 2 there and a number 3 in Cooper DeJean, and of course nobody better than 31, Jack Campbell. That defense is just wicked again, and the offensive line is finding its feet, its mojo. So the Hawks, they're still behind the 8 ball. They want to win out. They need to win out. But every victory, they climb up the bowl priority pole or ladder, and it's all good for the moment. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless and official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. You can join the national network built by locals for locals. We're proud to be the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes. That is U.S. Cellular. Our U.S. Cellular Fan Connection inbox is open. If you got a question or a comment for Bobby and I, you can reach us on Twitter at Gary Dolphin or on Facebook.com/Voice of the Hawks. Anything to do with Iowa basketball, please check in with us now. The U.S. Cellular Iowa Basketball Connect box is open at Gary Dolphin on Twitter or on Facebook at Facebook.com/Voice of the Hawks. Coming up next, we'll take a trip down memory lane with a Hawkeye historical winning moment presented by Riverside Casino and Golf. It's the curtain raiser tonight at Carver Hawkeye Arena, Iowa, hosting Bethune Cookman. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
At DePaco Credit Union, members are better together through thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in thank yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes. Thank you.
Hawkeye fans offering expertly crafted and incredibly comfortable Hawkeye gear, Authentic Brand Apparel has me looking my best on game day and every day. Shop the premium selection of outerwear, hoodies, hats, and more at authentic-brand.com. Save 15% instantly with coupon code Hawkeye Radio. That's all one word, Hawkeye Radio at authentic-brand.com.
Silver lining means you are backed by a policy and a company that is going to do everything they can to get you back whole to like you were before.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
But there's a promise there. You know, that word means we're going to answer our promise in the policy and get you back up and running if you're a business, or, you know, if you're home, we're going to get your home put back together as if nothing had happened.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. I'm Gary Dolphin with former Hawkeye great Bobby Hansen, our engineer-producer Corey Sheets, and we're delighted you could join us. I guess this would be drive time, wouldn't it? Huh? 5:15 in the afternoon, about 5:15, and we're headed to a 6 o'clock tip because the ladies play right after the Hawkeye men. The great Caitlin Clark. You think about the talent on this floor: Chris Murray, Tony Perkins, Connor McCaffrey, Caitlin Clark, Monica Sonano, Gabby Marshall, Kate Martin, McKenna Warnock. 2 or 3, 4 of them are All-Americans, either first team or honorable mention. A bunch of them, a basket full, are all Big Ten. I tell you, between Fran and Lisa Bluter, they got it going, but they've had it going for a long time.
Absolutely, they have, Gary. And just looking at the finishes the Hawkeyes have had, top division finishes under Fran. I don't know what, the last 8 years, the 26 wins last year. Both of the programs winning the Big Ten tournament titles last year. It's just outstanding, just doing such a great job, and always helps when you can get some recruits in here. So, got to keep it going, got to stay healthy, and get our fans out here to support both of these teams here starting tonight.
13,000 showed up here, Bobby, on November 11th, 2011. 11 years ago. I bring up that date because that's the pinpoint of our Hawkeye historical winning moment tonight, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, who invite you to romance it up this holiday season. They've got a number of great hotel packages for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for New Year. Start the new year off right. You can romance it up, live it up, or relax it up. Different packages. Most of those include Ruthie's Steak and Seafood Restaurant. Of course, they've got, 4 or 5 restaurants at Riverside Casino and Golf just down the road here from Iowa City in Riverside. Call 877-677-3456. 1-877-677-3456. I know we've got a couple of 60 or 70 degree days this week before it gets really cold again, and I'm guessing they can sneak you on Blue Top Ridge. I'm assuming Blue Top is still open, but log on to Riverside Casino They've got a great website that can give you all the information. The Hawkeyes have won 11 straight openers dating back to that November 2011 date. When the streak began against Chicago State, Iowa won 96-53. Freshman Aaron White scored a team-high 19 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. That's the most by a freshman in an opener since Ricky Davis scored 18 in 1997, which was also against Chicago State. But Aaron had a big debut. Sophomore Melson Basabi added 14 points for the Hawkeyes, who started the game on a 10-0 run and scored 25 points off turnover. Sounds like the present-day Iowa defense. But you look at some of these names. Zach McCabe had 13 points. Eric May had a dozen. I mean, these guys have been around. Well, they were at Iowa in 2011, so they've been gone at least 7 or 8 years. That's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe, Gary, but try not to look back at where has time gone as we all march on a little bit. But I love hearing those names. I love this segment, this historical look back, sponsored by Riverside Resort.
Matt Gatens and Kyle Denning were also on that roster. Kyle, of course, an assistant coach in charge of operations or helping out with the operations side of the basketball program. Matt Gatens now an assistant coach. This is about the time Fran McCaffrey started and got it going. This was either his first or second year. I believe it was his second year in 2011. And boy, we've had a lot of fun since then.
Yeah, we certainly have grown a lot, Gary, and Fran has got this basketball team on, this basketball program on solid footing and just continues to roll it in. I know the early signing period coming up here on Wednesday. Can't talk about names, but a really solid recruiting class. So great job by Coach McCaffrey and his staff.
Tonight's Hawkeye Historical Winning Minute is sponsored by Riverside Casino and Golf, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa. 5 restaurants and more just minutes south of Iowa City. Up next, we'll take a look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
What are you craving? The Wigan Pen in Ankeny across from DMAC is proud to be the home of the famous Flying Tomato Pizza. The Wig has all your favorites, including thin crust and Chicago-style pizza, appetizers, lots of sandwiches, pints of beer, plus a full bar. And this family-friendly local favorite is hiring. All ages are encouraged to apply from 15 to 115. Flexible hours and a fun environment? Call or just come on in. The Wigan Pen in Ankeny. What are you craving?
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
Get to the point. 0.99% APR, that is. Open your new home equity line of credit with Community Choice and get a 0.99% APR introductory rate for your first 6 months. Oh, did we point this out? You won't pay closing costs. Get started online in less than 60 seconds from the comfort of your couch. Go to unbankwithus.com. With skyrocketing inflation, there's no point in waiting. Get to the point today. Community Choice. Unusual? Nah, it's unbanking. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to the beautiful parquet, freshly polished floor at MediaCom Court inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. We're about a little less than 45 minutes away from the opening of the season. The Hawkeyes and the Wildcats of Bethune Cookman, coached by longtime NBA star Reggie Theus, two-time All-Star. And I asked him if he brought some of that NBA savvy to this program in terms of coaching. He says, absolutely. Why wouldn't I? And makes sense. We know Iowa's an up-and-down team. College basketball has kind of evolved into more of an NBA style anyway.
Yeah, it's going to take him a while to get the players that he wants, but he certainly got the name, and people know who he is. He said he's got an uptick happening in recruiting down there in Daytona, Florida for Bethune-Cookman, but he really liked the dual role, as we talked about earlier, being an AD, because, hey, you got the, you can recruit with that. Their facilities aren't the best, he said, but just trying to establish a culture down there, and the way the kids carry themselves, get out into the community, and work hard every day. You come to practice. That's how you become a pro.
College basketball races out of the gate tonight. Everybody in the Big Ten is playing, and that brings us to our U.S. Bank scoreboard. When at U.S. Bank, they know when you invest in a community, the community will invest in you. U.S. Bank is committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of their customer base. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Top 25 today in an earlier game. Number 5 Baylor squashed Mississippi Valley State 117-53. Tonight, Kentucky hosts Howard. Villanova will be at home to LaSalle. Jacksonville visits number 7 Duke. Hawks will play Duke at Madison Square Garden in a few weeks. 11th ranked Tennessee entertains Tennessee Tech. 24th ranked Dayton is at home to Lindenwood. Other games, Kansas versus Omaha, minus Bill Self, who's sitting out the first of a 4-game suspension. Number 3 Houston will tackle Northern Colorado. Auburn and Bruce Pearl face George Mason. 10th ranked Arkansas meets North Dakota State. Now in the Big Ten, 5:30 start. Number 22 Michigan faces Purdue Fort Wayne. Indiana plays Morehead State. Northern Arizona at Michigan State. Rutgers at home at the rack against Columbia. Or what do they call that? Jersey Mike's sub arena. Winthrop is at Penn State. Ohio State faces Robert Morris. The Terrapins of Maryland, with their new coaching staff, will be at home to Niagara. Northwestern versus Chicago State. Nebraska and Freddie Hoiberg play Maine. Wisconsin, Iowa's Big Ten opener in early December, will host South Dakota. Illinois, another great team down in Champaign, they'll tackle Eastern Illinois, and Minnesota is at home to Western Michigan. Iowa State opens tonight against IUPUI. Wartburg is at Northern Iowa. Drake will open their season on Wednesday night hosting IUPUI. And in football, Hawkeye freshman Caleb Johnson, Bobby Hansen's new favorite player, was named the Big Ten's offensive player and freshman of the week for his 200-yard rushing effort against Purdue this past weekend. That's our U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Of course, you already know Iowa's playing Bethune-Cookman, and after this game tonight here at Carver, it is the Hawkeye women, the 4th-ranked Hawkeye women, with Player of the Year favorite Caitlin Clark hosting Southern. That's our U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Up next, we'll hear from Reggie Theus, the head coach at Bethune-Cookman, courtesy of Grizzly Coolers. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours? The one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah,
A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
We all love a good win, catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Time now to hear from the brain trust of both Bethune-Cookman and your Iowa Hawkeyes, starting with Reggie Theus, the head coach at Bethune-Cookman. He's sponsored by Grizzly Coolers. Shop now for Iowa Hawkeye Grizzly Coolers and drinkware at your local retailers and online at grizzlycoolers.com. Grizzly Coolers, a great Iowa company in Decorah. Bear tough for hunting, fishing, and camping, and built to last for a lifetime of tailgating. Grizzly Coolers. Reggie Theus, yeah, that Reggie Theus, 14 years in the NBA with the several clubs, two-time All-Star, heck of a player, tough as nails, and he now is in his second year as the head coach of the Wildcats at Bethune-Cookman, and he's enjoying his new life.
Well, yeah, that on top of being the athletic director, it makes it really a dual job, but a lot of work. But I'm enjoying it immensely because it's giving me a chance to really make change and have a platform where I can really do something for the athletic department. So it's a lot of work, but I'm enjoying it. It's just, I can't even tell you how blessed I feel having the opportunity to be the coach and also the athletic director.
Tell us about your team. You got the preseason Player of the Year pick in Joe French. You've got both your captains are back from last year. If I remember Fran telling me, you got all 5 starters back from a year ago.
Yeah, no, we have 5 starters. We're a better team than last year. We were just so short-handed in every position. We had like one guy, and then I lost my 2 bigs last season. So now we have everybody back. We've got our starters from last year back. We've got a good mix of veterans and young guys. And I think that as long as we're able to be a little tougher on the interior, rebound the basketball, we'll have a chance to be a pretty good basketball team.
Well, playing a Big Ten team, you should be better when you leave here tonight on the interior.
Bruised a little bit and better. Listen, it's just about competing. That's the main thing. And I always say that no matter who you're playing, no matter what the situation is, give yourself a chance. You give yourself a chance by playing harder than the other guys.
Well, you got to be happy the Kings took Keegan Murray with the 4th pick.
How about that? What a player. What a player. And you got another one here, too, so that's a good thing, too. Not so good tonight, but it's a good thing.
He's a delight to visit with, Bobby. You played against him in the NBA and guarded him often, but he talked about it's all about competing. Being tough, get out there and compete. And he said, we'll learn a lot about the Wildcats tonight, and we'll use it going forward in the SWAC.
All 9 of my NBA years were spent chasing him around, and we're about similar size, so Reggie could do it all. He's a point guard. He could take you off the dribble. He could pass it behind your head. He could shoot the long-range shot, take it to the basket, and dunk on you, but he was always a gentleman. And there's a few times that we squared off, and you think about it here today, I'm like, I wonder if we're just going to start wrestling in the tunnel or whatever, but those days long gone.
Yeah, he came up and gave you a nice bear hug. He it's all forgiven, all forgotten. I mean, that is the NBA, though. I mean, you're running into picks 82 games, and
you're grabbing and holding and just hanging on. This guy was an all-star, Gary. 2 years, all-rookie team when he was with the Chicago Bulls. Early, he was there pre-Michael Jordan and come out of UNLV, born in Inglewood, California. So
great player at UNLV.
He's a great player. Yeah, first-round draft pick. I think pick number 9 of the NBA draft by the Chicago Bulls. So yeah, it just was kind of brightened my day when I was reading the notes last weekend that Reggie Theus was our coach, and then you got Billy Garrett, who was on the staff with Steve Alford here, and Billy was here just 1 year, but great to get caught up with Billy prior to the game.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. Billy had hugs for everybody here at Carver. You can make a lot of friends over 1 year's time, and he's enjoying his revitalized career at Bethune Cookman down in Daytona Beach. Reggie Theus and Bethune Cookman, thanks for his comments. Brought to you by Grizzly Coolers, built to last for a lifetime of tailgating. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels like Bobby and Eddie and I do each and every football and basketball seasons. Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, a pool, hot tub to rest those weary bones, a guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Up next, we'll chat with head coach Fran McCaffrey. He's sponsored by John Deere as the Hawks take the floor on opening night at Carver. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Business insurance become one size fits all. At EMC Insurance Companies, we've known for more than 100 years that businesses have unique needs. It's why from coast to coast, we provide insurance packages that are designed and tailored specifically for nearly 500 different types of businesses. Add our expert loss control and quick claim services, and you can see why customers count on EMC to help protect what they've built. Find an EMC agent near you at emcins.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
Hi, welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
What about the one that takes incredible pictures?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
How about this giant cardboard phone?
Oh, that stays.
At US Cellular, new and current customers choose any phone they want for free. That's any brand, model, or size. Free for everyone. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
At DePaco Credit Union, members are better together through Thank Yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in Thank Yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Tournament Club of Iowa, designed by golf legend Arnold Palmer. TCI is his only signature course in the state. TCI is a public course that offers a challenging yet enticing experience for golfers of all levels and is now managed by Kaler Golf. Cap off your round with breathtaking views and a delicious meal at the Copper Oak Restaurant. Looking for a unique setting for your wedding, party, or outing? Look no further than TCI. Visit tcofiowa.com to book your tee time today.
The most popular vape brand in Colorado, Batch, is now available in Iowa at Bud & Mary's dispensaries. Medicine shouldn't have to taste bad. Batch vapes are known for being the smoothest, best-tasting carts. In order to bring them to Iowa, we drew on our experience, dialed up the THC, and let the terpenes do the rest. Nothing but nature. Nice. Visit budmary.com to get your medical card and explore what Batch can do for you.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. It's Iowa Bethune Cookman season opener starting around 6 o'clock with the women. Lisa Bluter, the Hall of Fame coach, to follow with Caitlin Clark and company at around 8:30. Fran McCaffrey's been around for a few victories. He's 7 wins shy of that coveted 500 mark starting tonight. Coach McCaffrey begins his 13th season at Iowa. He's sponsored by John Deere again this year. Thank you to our Iowa John Deere dealers with Iowa coach Fran McCaffrey. Tonight he's sponsored by Bodensteiner Implement Company in Decorah. You've been at this a long time. It never gets old, does it? It's always great to have a new season start.
Yeah, it's exciting for everybody. Plus, we've been practicing for a long time. So, you know, it's great to have a closed scrimmage, and then it was great to have an exhibition game. But now it's time to start playing games that count, and the guys are ready.
Hawks are the defending Big Ten champions, but with 4 wins in 4 days speak for themselves last March, Fran, and a lot of that talent returns. But what I like is 9 upper division finishes in the last 10 years. What's been the key to that consistency?
You know, I think we've had really good depth. We've had good players. We've had guys that accepted their roles. We've had versatility. But most importantly, we're an unselfish group. And we are committed to one another, committed to team basketball. You know, to win like that for a long period of time, you know, that's what culture is. We talk about that, we use that word a lot. But if you're selfish, or if you have one guy who's thinking about himself, then you're not going to achieve anything. I mean, we had the National Player of the Year. We had the 4th pick in the draft. And those guys passed the ball like everybody else. And the other guys said, you know what, we've got 2 pretty good players. We should throw them the ball. You know, we had other good players with Luka. You know, Joe Wieskamp led the nation in 3-point shooting. Well, we got to get him the ball too. And Bohannon scored 2,000 points. You know, so we recognize that everybody's bringing something to the table. Let's take advantage of all of it.
Coach, to last Monday night's exhibition game, it didn't count in the standings, but Connor McCaffrey, we had Connor on the post-game show, 4 consecutive threes, which really was the spark that broke that thing open and got you going. And he was telling Bobby and I, he's been shooting the ball really well all summer and fall.
He has been, and I think, you know, part of the reason is he's in the gym all the time playing basketball. You know, in the past, he's playing baseball in the summer, he's playing baseball in the fall. It takes a toll on your body. Your body changes. You know, for him, I think it's been fun. He loves basketball and always wanted to play it, and he's playing it at a high level. He's enjoyed working with our young guys and bringing them along. You know, I really, you know, appreciated the game the other night because I knew Jeff would have him ready. He's got a really good team. He's got a really good program. And that team's going to win 20 games again. They win 20 games all the time. So I knew they would run stuff. I knew they had guys that were going to come in here and make shots. They had a bunch of Iowa kids that were going to compete. And you're right, it was that stretch where he hit those 4 in a row that blew it open a little bit, and then the defense took over. I thought Tony Perkins after that was really good. But Phillip was great. I mean, Chris, I mean, you go right on down the line. Everybody was terrific that night.
You get Aaron Eulis off suspension tonight. He looks like he's anxious to get out there and log some heavy minutes. How do you plan to space his time?
Well, he'll play a lot. I mean, he'll come in and gives us, you know, flexibility. We can move Tony back over. And the thing about Aaron is he's scoring the ball better, and he can guard pretty much anybody. He can really defend. He gives us another dimension. I think he's pushing the ball. He moves the ball. But like I said, he's making his threes, and he's making his pull-ups. He's making his drives. But most importantly, he makes the right decision.
Tonight, Coach, this opponent out of the SWAC from Daytona, the Bethune Cookman Wildcats. They've got the favorite for Player of the Year in Joe French. Let's start with him. What type of player is he?
Well, he can really score. 6'5", 6'6", moves without the ball, never stops moving. Crafty guy, makes threes, makes pull-ups, makes runners. And you just can't let up on this guy. You got to find him in transition. You got to chase him off screening action. You have to switch sometimes because they'll screen for him. Reggie does a really nice job getting him shots and going to him, but they've got a lot of good players. Davis is really good. Garrett's really good. They've got a number of new guys. They got 11 new players, transfers, freshmen, but they got 5 starters back. You factor in McIntyre and Robertson. I mean, this team's got some stuff. This is a savvy group. We got to be ready.
Reggie, of course, a longtime NBA star. Does he run a lot of NBA stuff? How do you defend him?
Yeah, he coaches that way. They run sets, and he's got a plan. Obviously this guy's been a head coach in the NBA, so he knows what he's doing. They'll change defenses a little bit. They'll run some stuff. He'll get the ball to the right people. Go to hot guys. And most importantly, they compete. They play defense. They execute their stuff, and we got to rebound.
Lastly, Coach, what a night. The bright lights are shining. Got All-Americans all over the floor for the men and the women. How neat is it to have Lisa and Caitlin Clark and Sonano and they're returning 5 starters to follow up the Hawks in this doubleheader?
Yeah, and I'm hopeful that we have a great crowd. I mean, I think everybody wants to watch us play. I mean, everybody wants to watch them play. I mean, they're one of the top 5 teams in the country. They've got the best player in the country. They've got the best post player in the country. And they're fun to watch, so I think there's a lot of fans that follow both teams. Some focus more on one versus another, but tonight they can all pull for the Hawks, and it'll be a great night, I think, for both teams.
Thanks, Fran.
Appreciate it, Dolph.
Coach McCaffrey, sponsored by Bodensteiner Implement and your John Deere dealers. Bodensteiner Implement is your trusted John Deere dealer with 10 locations in Northeast Iowa to serve you. Iowa and Bethune-Cookman straight ahead. 6 o'clock tip-off is what we're told. We'll go, and the women are next around 8:15, 8:30, somewhere in there, against Southern University. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. Don't wait to see a cardiologist if you're experiencing symptoms. University of Iowa Heart and Vascular Center uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools and offers highly advanced treatment options. Make an appointment today at uihc.org/HVC. Let me repeat all those acronyms. uihc.org/HVC. Or do the old traditional way. Pick up the phone, dial 319-356-7102. Up next, Bobby Hansen has his club car wash keys to the game. Keys to a Hawkeye victory. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
I have been in people's houses on Thanksgiving morning before the fire trucks have left because Grandma forgot to turn the cranberries off. Nobody's fault. It just happens.
A West Bend claims representative on handling a claim.
And then we'll be in their kitchen, putting things back, boarding windows up, winterizing the house, making sure everything is good as quickly as possible. We've been there Christmas Eve, been there New Year's Eve. That's kind of the way we do business.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a deer.
Stop by Casey Nielsen for a test drive today at one of our 11 locations in northern Iowa, or get a quote online at caseynielsen.com.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Heading towards tip-off, Iowa and Bethune-Cookman, opening night of the college basketball season. Bobby Hansen's keys to a Hawkeye victory are sponsored by the official car wash of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Club Car Wash.
And tomorrow is $10 Tuesday, Gary, so that is pretty key.
You're going to your precinct to vote, get a Club Car Wash.
Get that $25 wash for $10 now.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Keys to victory here tonight for the Hawkeyes versus Bethune-Cookman out of Daytona, Florida. Number one is to continue to improve defensively, Gary. Consistency is what Coach McCaffrey mentioned post-game last week. They've been really good at times when they played Truman State, and then they had breakdowns on some back cuts. But communication awareness is to what is coming is what you're going to need. So just like on offense, read the play. Stay one step ahead when you're on that defensive end. Tony Perkins' on-ball defense has been really impressive. Let's see if he can keep that up here tonight. So consistency on the defensive end. Second key will be all year long is rebounding. It's going to be key all season long. You got to rebound as a team. All five guys stay on the defensive glass until you get the ball back. That really helps your defense, Gary. No leaking out early. Secure the basketball, then you can run. Third key, settle in early. It all counts moving forward. And I know the Hawks are excited. I've been excited all day long to get this thing kicked off. It's going to be a fantastic season. Fans are going to come in here ready to yell and cheer. So settle in early. Pass the ball. Play unselfish. Make shots and have fun. It's going to be a great season. Let's make it a memorable one. Starting tonight. Play with confidence.
Great to have Tony Perkins and Connor McCaffrey, those big, strong, tough veteran guards, to settle everybody down and get them into that offense, get them out, get them going. Bobby's Club Car Wash keys to the game are sponsored by Club Car Wash with unlimited membership starting at just $20 a month. There's no better time to join the club. Visit clubcarwash.com and find a location nearest you. About 15 minutes till tip-off of the new season, presented by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. All you need to do is contact Geico, geico.com. Geico. The Mid-American Energy starting lineups are next, and the Shields colors of the game, presented by Shields. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud and Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
Tournament Club of Iowa, designed by golf legend Arnold Palmer. TCI is his only signature course in the state. TCI is a public course that offers a challenging yet enticing experience for golfers of all levels and is now managed by Kaler Golf. Cap off your round with breathtaking views and a delicious meal at the Copper Oak Restaurant. Looking for a unique setting for your wedding, party, or outing? Look no further than TCI. Visit tcofiowa.com to book your tee time today.
Don't sit on your lazy assets. Lap up more money with the Lazy Asset Program from Community Choice. Open an Ultra Money Market account and earn up to 2.32% APY, or take advantage of special CD rates up to 3.39% APY. Watch your money take a victory lap. Enroll in the Lazy Asset Program today, only from Community Choice. Go to unbankwithus.com to get started. These could reduce earnings. 90% yield subject to change. Factor is 411.23. Federal insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Time for the Shields colors of the game presented by Shields. The Hawks are wearing their home white with the black and gold trim per usual. Bethune Cookman, very Southern California looking like, Bobby. Maroon with the gold, maroon pants and the gold stripes. But they're all about the Wildcats down in Daytona. Similar weather, I guess, Daytona Beach to Malibu and LA. Those are the school colors. Make sure you check out Shields for all your holiday Hawkeye gear. Shields right there with you in Des Moines, Sioux City, Iowa City, and Cedar Falls. That's the Shields colors of the game. We're back with the starting lineups and opening tip next here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Are you trying to make your bread go further? We have the recipe. Move your car loan to Community Choice and make no payments for up to 3 months. That's right, up to 3 months of no car payments. Go to unbankyourbread.com today and get started in just 60 seconds. Did we mention there's no cost to move your loan? Up to 3 months of no car payments and no cost to move. That's making your bread go further. Community Choice. Unusual? No, it's unbanking. Visit unbankyourbread.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. And by Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. It's game time.
Steal off the 1-2-2 and a dunk by Chris Murray.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now let's join Gary Dolphin for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
Well done on the national anthem as we tip off the new college basketball season, the Hawkeyes and Bethune Cookman. With that in mind, let's give you tonight's starting lineups. Brought to you by Mid-American Energy. No matter what type or size business you own, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. For Bethune Cookman, a member of the SWAC, the SWAC, out of Daytona Beach, Florida. It's the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Head coach Reggie Theus, who played 14 years in the NBA, his second year as the head coach and athletic director at Bethune Cookman. The Wildcats were 9-21 a year ago, 7-11 in their conference, averaging 63 points, giving up 70. At a guard will be Marcus Garrett, a 6'2" redshirt senior from Chicago, transferred in from Morehead State. He will be at a guard. Marcus Garrett from Chicago. Also at a guard, Damani McIntyre, a 6'4" junior from Indianapolis. He was at Southern Utah University before transferring over to Daytona and Bethune-Cookman. Damani McIntyre out of Indianapolis and Hargrave Military Academy. At a guard, forward Joe French, the preseason pick for Player of the Year in the SWAC. A talented junior, 6'5", 175 pounds from Orlando, Joe French. Dylan Robertson will be at the post, 6'10", 205, a senior from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and by way of Sam Houston State. And at a forward, Kevin K.J. Davis, young man out of Portsmouth, Virginia, redshirt senior, 6'6", 195-pounder. He was at Samford University prior to transferring to Bethune-Cookman. He's got a lot of new pieces, does Reggie Theus. Lost a half a dozen players off last year's team. For the Hawkeyes, Patrick McCaffrey introduced first. 6'9", 200-pound redshirt junior from Iowa City West High School. Chris Murray at the other forward, 6'8", 220 junior from Cedar Rapids Prairie. Chris had a big exhibition game last week here at Carver with 24 points. 24 points. In fact, he posted best in points with 24 and rebounds with 7. Filip Rebraca at a forward, 6'9", 230, fifth-year senior from Sombor, Serbia, by way of the University of North Dakota. Tony Perkins will be at a guard. Tony and Connor McCaffrey combined for 30 points on 11 of 13 shooting last week, including 6 of 7 from 3. Of course, Tony brings that defense to the court. He is the catalyst for Iowa's defensive prowess. Of course, Chris Murray will lead the rebounders. He and Rebraca inside. Perkins, a 6'4" junior from Indianapolis. And Peyton Sanford gets the call at guard tonight. 6'7" sophomore from Hawkeyes High School. Peyton Sanford, 6'7", 215-pound sophomore. They're looking for big things out of Peyton this year. Aaron Eulis is available, coming off that one-game suspension that he used up in the exhibition game. You know, I liked the way DeSante Bowen and Josh Dix presented themselves in the few minutes they played last week. Iowa's recruiting class for this year, essentially, Bobby.
Yeah, really good to see both those young men do something positive in that exhibition opener versus Truman State. Desante Bowen led the team with 8 assists, no turnovers, got himself into some trouble once in a while in the paint, but got bailed out, made a good pass to get out of there. And Josh Dix didn't know what to expect out of this young guy. Council Bluffs, Iowa, Abraham Lincoln High School, had a bad right leg injury, but he's recovered fast, and he's going to be a valuable contributor for the Hawks.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification before we start the new year. 10-second ID break on the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Basketball. Welcome into a new season. So glad you could join us tonight. Hopefully for the next 30-some games, wherever we end up in the NCAA tournament, we hope. Chris Murray will jump center at 6'8". And opposite him is Bethune Cookman's, make sure I get my numbers right, Dylan Robertson, 6'10". Tell you what, Murray looks bigger than Robertson does. He's thicker, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely bigger. Got the bigger shoulders. Robertson, one of their biggest players that they have at 6'10". They got a freshman at 7 foot that may come off the bench. Another guy's 6'9", but for the most part, this is a team comprised of guards, guys at 6 foot to 6'5".
We're waiting for ESPNU to join us here at the top of the hour. And looks like we're ready to go. Robbie Hummel was getting a little windy over there with his pregame breakdown. He's got a big smile on his face. The officials are all Big Ten, all veterans. The crew chief is Kelly Pfeiffer. He's flanked by Alfred Smith and Kevin Rahar. So here we go. Sit back, enjoy Hawkeye basketball for a 120th season, 1902 to 2022, and Bethune Cookman controls the opening tip, thanks to 6'10" Dylan Robertson. Hawks are chasing him around on the perimeter, man-to-man. Pass on the wing to Joe French. He goes down low. Drops a pass to Kevin K.J. Davis. Step back jumper in the lane. Air ball. Really good defense by the Hawks.
Outstanding defense. Chris Murray bodied him up on the low post and challenged and got a piece of that shot.
They're cat quick with their man-to-man too. Perkins gets around his guy. Throws a shot up. No good. Rebound tipped by Rebracha, but right to an opposing player. And racing down the floor is Damani McIntyre. All the way in. He fouled. Drew a double teamed and a lot of contact. He's got some quick, 6'4" junior. Played at Southern Utah. That's a good basketball program. And out of the gate, the Hawks are whistled for a foul. Patrick McCaffrey got a little sideways.
Yeah, you got to square up number 5, Damani McIntyre. He's a junior, but he is going to put his head down and go hard with that right hand. Got to force him to change direction.
Free throw's good. He's 66% from the free throw line. A year ago was Damani McIntyre at Southern Utah. So we played 40 seconds of the new year, and Bethune Cookman has a 2-0 lead as McIntyre drops both free throws in there. Perkins works the dribble into the front court. He's chased by Marcus Garrett. Chris is open for a 3 on the wing. Chris Murray, that is. Follow up. He missed the shot. Follow up is good by Peyton Manning. One-arm shot put. He's been in the weight room.
Yeah, Sanford right there, right place, right time. Just grabbed it and pops it up there. Soft little touch on the putback.
Tied at 2. Bethune Cookman on the attack. Joe French. This kid had transferred from Western Kentucky. Or excuse me, Joe French is a preseason pick for Player of the Year in that league.
Sanford is guarding him, Gary.
Peyton is all over. Here's a drive down the right side of the lane. Step back jumper is in and out. No good by Garrett. One and done. Cleared by Rebracha. And here comes Perkins. He's motoring up the far sideline. Leaves it for a trailing McCaffrey, who drains the 3. Big time assist for Tony Perkins.
Yeah, court awareness that time. Tony Perkins tried to get to the rim. He was cut off. He's reversed his pivot and kicked it back to Patrick, wide open, top of the key. That's a shot Patrick was hitting for the last couple hours out here, out early shooting.
5-2. Hawkeyes with the lead. Here's Garrett. Pass to the center of the floor, and Joe French right back to Garrett. Crossover dribble. He's got a bigger Peyton on him, and he hits the jump shot. Crossed over Peyton. Sanford on the dribble, and that's a tough guard for Peyton. A little cat-quick Marcus Garrett, 5'4". Here's Sanford for three. Good! Peyton Sanford's got 5 of Iowa's first 8. Hawks have a pair of threes and lead at 8-4.
No hesitation there. Number 20, Peyton Sanford, left wing, 22 feet. Gets us his second basket, got 5.
17:43 to go in the first half. Here's a great switch by Philip Rebraca. Garrett ran into Philip, and Philip maybe not totally set, but there wasn't enough contact there to call a foul. He loses the ball out of bounds.
Kept his hands out of there, just moved his feet, moved the body, and Garrett ran right into him, dribbled off his foot out of bounds.
Good job on the switch by Rebraca. 17:35 to play, opening minutes of the game here in Iowa City. It's 8-4 with the women playing the second game against Southern University. Sanford, yeah, they got him covered up now. Chris Murray with the ball, 15 to shoot. Perkins turns the corner, high post, gets all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Oh, a little hesitation, double dribble move there. A little hesitation move, and Tony blew by 2 defenders.
Boy, he made a double move, exactly right. Ball handling right there for Tony Perkins that gets his first basket, going hard.
Hawks extend the lead to 6. It's 10-4. Here's Marcus Garrett. Little 3-man weave out front now, turning the quarter, getting in the lane and hitting the floater. Beautifully done is Damani McIntyre. He turned the corner, the lane was open, and he got to the basket. 10-6 Iowa. Rebraca with a great catch of a lob-in pass from the wing. He turned and went right to the basket. Didn't put the ball on the floor, got fouled from behind.
Yeah, good strong post up that time by Phillip. Received the basketball and didn't waste any time. Turn over the right shoulder, get to the rim. He fouled hard. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Hawkeye basketball is brought to you again this season by Wellmark, Blue Cross, and Blue Shield. Hawk fans, you buy your own health insurance, check out Wellmark. Wellmark's on your side. And on the health insurance marketplace, too. Let's give it up for plans you can afford. Check out wellmark.com/hoops to compare plans. How about Philip Rebraca? Struggled the other night, but drains his first 2 free throws here tonight. 12-6 Iowa.
Allows the Hawkeyes to get into that three-quarter court pressure.
Almost drew the 10-second violation. Garrett quickly back into the front court from midcourt, and a steal, a poke away, and a dunk after a run out by Tony Perkins. Marcus Garrett a little lazy with the dribble, tried to get a little cute, and Tony doing what he does best. Reached in, swiped it away, and was off to the races.
Such a strong defender. On-ball pressure on Marcus Garrett. He looked toward the bench to get the play call, and Tony swiped it for the dunk.
Hawks have hit their last 5 field goal attempts. Here's a jump shot defended nicely on Garrett. Rebraca clears. Perkins into the front court. Sanford for 3. Good! Knocked to the floor after the shot. No foul, and the Hawks have stormed out to an 11-point, 17-6 lead.
Third three-pointer of the game for the Hawkeyes there. 3 out of 4. Peyton Sanford shooting it with tremendous confidence, no hesitation.
15:50 to play, first half. Sanford's got 2 threes. Here's Murray. Boy, is he playing good defense on Damani McIntyre. 10 to shoot. Bethune Cookman a little bit. Here's a charge, a push-off called on Damani McIntyre. Got the elbow out and used it to ward off Patrick McCaffrey. I'll tell you what, these switches, Bobby, on defense by the Hawkeyes are as good as I can remember.
I agree 100%, Gary. You can tell they've been looking at the film, watching that exhibition game, and where they did play really good, but they had breakdowns. Yet to break down here in the first 5 minutes of the game. Good defense, moving their feet, helping each other out.
Hawks have switched out to a 17-6 lead to start the new year. 15:37 to go first half. Iowa 17 and Bethune Cookman 6. Need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers? Please visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy-saving tips. And when corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, health, and wallets. It's going to be a cold winter. Share your winning moments on behalf of Iowa Corn by using the hashtag IowansWin. Plus, you'll be eligible for some fun, corny giveaways. Iowa Corn. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hey, Hawkeyes fans, the wait is over. The Iowa men's and women's basketball teams are back on the court, and Shields has everything you need to cheer on your favorite players all season long. Take your game day gear to the next level with Shields Fan Shop. We have an unmatched lineup of gear, including jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more to help you show off your team colors. So gear up, Hawkeyes fans, and celebrate all season with Shields, a proud partner of Iowa basketball and hoops fans everywhere.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hawkeye basketball. Live from Carver Hawkeye Arena, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hawk fans, this weekend is the Military Appreciation Game at Kinnick. We'll be mentioning our heroes throughout our men's basketball broadcast Friday night and during Saturday's football broadcast. All you have to do is send us your military hero's name by filling out the form linked on Twitter at Gary Dolphin. At Gary Dolphin on Twitter or Facebook.com/Voice of the Hawks. We'd love to give your military hero a shout out. Bobby, 5 minutes in. Not quite 5 minutes in. The Hawks are up 11.
Yeah, they've done it on a 7-0 run, Gary, the last minute, 10 seconds. 12-2 run over the last 2 minutes, and a perfect 6 out of their last 6 field goal attempts. But it's all starting on the defensive end.
Well, the Timberwolves must be off tonight. Luka Garza's here watching. Great to see the former National Player of the Year, Hawkeye All-American, Hawkeye great in attendance, watching his beloved collegiate program. He's liking what he's seeing right now.
Yeah, Luka in Des Moines there with the Iowa Wolves, off to a great start, had a great weekend.
Hawkeyes with the ball, an 11-point lead. Perkins drives it in deep on a double team, gets the shot away, missed it. Chris Murray had his hands on the ball, but was screened out, and Bethune Cookman with a rare defensive board. Here they come on the run, shooting in transition, and good. A three dropped in there by Kevin K.J. Davis. Played at Samford University. That's S-A-M, Samford, last year. First time we've seen them being able to break off the rebound.
Yeah, that's after the missed shot. There hadn't been any missed shots for the Hawkeyes, but often to the races they were, and Kevin Davis the pull-up three.
Samford for three more. Rattles in and out. Oh, man, that was halfway down and came out. And on the rebound attempt, Chris Murray knocks it off of K.J. Davis. Hawks will keep it with 20 to shoot. Iowa's lead chopped to 8, 17-9. And it comes to Rebracha, right back to Tony Perkins. He drives in high post left, backs the dribble out. 14:40 to play in the first half. Chris Murray with a backdoor lob long and over the head, and more importantly, over the outstretched arms of Philip Rebracha. Hawkeyes' first turnover. That brings Fran McCaffrey up off the bench. He, like Kirk Ferentz, despises turnovers.
Yeah, you don't want to turn the basketball over. And the Hawks do a great job of not turning it over. That one's a little ill-advised.
Unforced error. That'll happen early in the year. Here's a shot fake now. Now a three, a lob three on the way good. So that turnover results in a three for Joe French. He's their best player. And back-to-back threes has Bethune Cookman back to within 5. Reggie Theus encouraging his guys. Here's a score and a foul. Inside Philip Rebracha. With a catch, turn, and shoot. Didn't put the ball on the floor. The entry pass came from the corner, and Philip knew right what to do with it.
He certainly did. Wasted no time taking a look. He just felt the defensive pressure on his backside, Gary. Spun away from it down to the baseline, and the foul is on number 12, Davis.
Tony Perkins gets a well-deserved breather. Aaron Eulis, first trip to the floor. He missed last Monday night's game. 1 game suspension, but he's good to go. And they tell me, I haven't seen every practice, but they tell me he's been looking spectacular in practice. He and Perkins are the junior guards on this team. Rebracha completes the and one, and the Hawkeyes are back up 8, 20-12 with 13:58 to play first half. Long three from the corner, no good. Missed by Joe French. Eulis with a rebound. Sanford with a shot, transition, no good. Chris Murray with a strong offensive rebound. Weak side, drives right back in. Up and good off the square. he too knows what to do with the basketball when he gets the rebound.
He just did not commit a foul there on the offensive rebound. Just went over the top, didn't touch the defender, got it, and then went right back up with the deuce.
Long-armed reach of Chris Murray. Here's a long three from the top of the key. Good by guard Zion Harmon. Western Kentucky transfer. Hawks beat the pressure down the floor. Left-handed layup good by Rebraca. Well, they were standing around admiring Harmon's three at one end, and the Hawks snuck back door on him. 24-15. Iowa with a 9-point lead. We played almost 7 minutes.
Yeah, back and forth action here for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes shooting a high percentage, 65%. Now got to buckle down on the defensive end. Stop penetration.
Zion Harmon got some penetration there. Left baseline. Gives it up to a teammate. That's French who throws it away. Hawks are running. Here they come. Look out below. Chris Murray with a two-handed slam off a beautiful feed from Peyton Sanford.
Unselfish, beautiful feed that time. Peyton could have went in there and one-on-one and got the layup, but he saw Chris racing in from behind and dropped it off easily for him for the two-hand dunk.
After the French turnover and the run-out and score by Murray on the dunk, it's 26-15. Hawks have matched their biggest lead. Here's a wild shot from the baseline thrown up by the newcomer, Zion Harmon, and he had 3 Hawkeyes on him and a foul on Bethune Cookman as Rebraca snared the rebound. And Phillip will come out and get a breather. Well, he's doing what he does best, doesn't he? Hanging around the rim and pounding shots down and getting to the foul line.
Just playing tough, playing smart, and patrolling the paint.
Love the way this kid has started his season. Looks like he's dropped about 10 pounds, but he's added muscle. Phillip Rebraca for his swan song year. 12:15 to play, first half. Hawks up 11. Here's Murray, drives right around his man, shot up, no good, but he's fouled from behind. As trying to catch up was Elijah Kolsewe. 7-foot freshman, 260-pounder out of Orlando. And Chris with the shot fake really schooled him.
Yeah, he was playing catch up the whole time. He got up on Chris a little too close. Murray's smart basketball player. Put it on the deck, get to the hoop, get to the free throw line for 2.
Chris at 66% a year ago. That will improve this year. 48% shooter and 39 from 3. He averaged 10 points, 4 rebounds. 24 last week. He's got 5 already, make it 6. And Iowa has its biggest lead at 13. 28-15 Hawkeyes. Now the 1-2-2 with McCaffrey, Patrick McCaffrey at the head of it. They beat it. Here's a shot fake now to the trailer, and a long three is no good by Zion Harmon. He doesn't hesitate. He'll shoot a foul on Iowa on the rebound. Connor McCaffrey got out of position and hooked the wrist. Ball kicked out long. That's just two team fouls on Iowa. Bethune's committed 5. And it comes on the fresh possession. Zion Harmon out of Temple Hills, Maryland. Good looking player. Went to Western Kentucky. Freshman, 4-star recruit. 10 to shoot, 11:50 to play for the half. Harmon shot fake. Ulis keeps up with him. Hook pass inside. Here's a jump shot in the lane. No good. Crawls off the lip of the rim. Derek Carter Hollinger threw that shot up. No good. Hawks are racing back the other way. Sanford on the wing. He's had a hot first 9 minutes. Connor McCaffrey with it. 11.5 to go first half. Connor with a one-bounce dribble. Gives it to Sanford. Into the corner to Ulis. On the wing to McCaffrey. Crossover dribble. And he fell down. He lost the dribble right to Ulis. And just as the shot clock was winding down inside 5, a foul is called on Bethune Cookman.
Number 1, Zion Harmon, the highly ranked freshman, picks up his first with the reach.
How about Patrick McCaffrey stumbling to the floor and had the presence of mind to find a teammate, and he batted the ball to Ulis, who drew a foul. That's 6 team fouls on Bethune. Timeout on the floor. 11:20 to go first half. Hawks 28, Bethune Cookman 15. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
DePaco Credit Union members are better together through thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in thank yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
If you thought starting a business took courage, imagine starting over after a fire, damaging storms, or a cyber attack. When disaster strikes, business owners count on EMC for fast, experienced claim service. Our countrywide network of local offices ensures we're always ready to answer the call, investigate every claim, explain what's covered, and process payments as quickly as possible. Count on getting back to business when you count on EMC.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
More Hawkeye basketball on opening night for this season, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Bobby, the Hawkeyes are taking the attack right to Bethune Cookman right from the get-go.
Yeah, that's what you're going to see out of the Hawkeyes all season long, Gary. When I was at practice, that's the buzzword. Coach McCaffrey was attack, attack, attack. Keep going at them. Wear them out. We got a lot of depth on this basketball team. Hawks shooting the ball extremely well. Peyton Sanford, leading scorer for the Hawks. He's got 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 4 from long range. Hawkeyes as a team, 10 of 15, 67% defensively. Holding Bethune Cookman, 5 of 12, 41%.
And Bethune Cookman is in a little over a 2-minute drought thanks to that Hawkeye defense and a couple turnovers. Iowa basketball when play resumes, 11:20 to go first half. It's 28-15 in favor of the Hawks. Leading scorer for Iowa, Peyton Sanford with 8, 6 for Chris Murray, 7 for Rebracha. Phillips off to a good start. He's on the bench right now. Bethune Cookman has 4 points out of McIntyre, and those came early. U.S. Cellular is America's locally grown wireless and official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Join the national network built by locals for locals. U.S. Cellular. Looks like DeSante Bowen has come into the game. Young freshman, Fran McCaffrey, yelling out some street directions for him. On the job training here. All right, here we go. The Hawks will inbound, out of bounds, left of the goal. Aaron Eulis will trigger it in. Lobs for Chris Murray. Hawks on the attack. Patrick McCaffrey in the corner. Drives inside, jump steps, and is called for travel.
Might have been fouled on the
a lot of contact
jump stop there. Yeah, got hacked across both arms. And
Patrick's pleading his case with Kelly Pfeiffer, but I think Kelly was a little unsure of what to call there because it was a delayed whistle, and Patrick pile drive the basketball into the lane, took a big jump step, and he thought it was a travel. Hawks have a couple turnovers here in the first 9 minutes of the game. We wind down to the 11-minute mark. Now working the dribble across the timeline, Zion Harmon. Number 1 on number 1. Step back jumper over Aaron Eulis, no good. What defense by Eulis?
Really good defense. I think good defense by Connor McCaffrey, guarding Joe French, their leading scorer. They're trying to get him the ball to get some shots, but unable to find an opening.
DeSante Bowen looked like he got raked across the forearm as he drove in for a layup. Beautiful move by DeSante. Ends up on the seat of his pants, and the ball's out of bounds to Iowa. So the Hawks will keep the ball at least. A lot of contact. Now substitution coming in for.
Brought a towel with him.
he must perspire a lot. Did he go to the bench to check in? That's what the officials chasing him off the floor.
Got a cut, I think. Scratched.
Okay, that's Derek Hollinger. Derek Carter Hollinger Jr. out of San Diego. He's a transfer from Montana. Now Reggie Theus is asking for an explanation. He's got a smile. You know, Reggie's about as mild-mannered, Bobby, a personality as I've been around, at least the guys that have played in the NBA.
Not on the court, though, my man.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me.
He's coming at you 100 miles an hour.
Well, what is he, 6'7"?
6'7", yeah, with the ball. And great strength. Yeah, he's just working the referees a little bit of that NBA.
Sure.
Got to get a call here and there.
Lucas Gudovicius comes into the game. He's from Lithuania. So we've got Serbia and Lithuania represented here on the floor tonight when you add in Filip Rebraca. All right, the Hawks inbound. Bowen for Patrick McCaffrey. Patrick, a crossover dribble, gets in the lane, goes to the basket. Left-handed layup attempt, no good. Didn't quite finish it. And Gudovicius brings the rebound back. He's a big kid at 6'10", just a freshman. There's a drive into the paint, shot up, and no good. Just flipped up there, but way off by Damani McIntyre. Again, good defense. Here comes Chris Murray back with the ball, lost it. Went to jump pass to the wing, and the ball took off the other way. Turnover, Iowa. Back come the Wildcats. Another wild attempt at a layup inside on McIntyre in a lot of traffic. And the ball caroms off the heel of the iron and away to Patrick McCaffrey. 10 minutes to go. Both teams are in the freezer right now. Here's a missed layup by Aaron Eulis.
Got there all the way to the rim and missed it.
Just didn't finish it. He was anticipating a block attempt. Here's a shot in the lane. No good by Zion Harmon. Nobody can score right now. One and done for both teams. But the Hawks are up 13. That's the good news. Cross-court feed for Connor McCaffrey. Had the hot hand last week. Passes up an open look there. Gives to Aaron Eulis in the near corner. 17 to shoot. Patrick McCaffrey, lob three, no good strong. Chris Murray with a great rebound, but lost the ball out of bounds. And let's see what we got here. A foul or?
I think ball out of bounds to the Hawkeyes.
Knocked away. Patrick McCaffrey comes out of the game in favor of Josh Dix. Speaking of sharpshooters, he's all that.
Yeah, he's a really good player for the Hawkeyes. I know, I'm talking to Fran, he really likes his overall game, not just his shootability, but smarts.
Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln. He misses a jump shot on the inbounds from the near corner. He's got the green light. Anytime he touches the ball, let fly. So the Hawks are 0 for their last 5 at least. Gudovicius hands off to Zion Harmon. Now bounce pass left of the lane. Here's a travel. Good defense by Connor McCaffrey. That was Joe French. He wanted to lean in the lane for the jump shot. Connor said, I'm slamming the door shut here, dude. And he did.
He did by moving his feet, keeping the hands out of there, hands out, arms straight out there, and using that body.
5 turnovers on the Wildcats. Hawks have coughed it up 3 times. Here's a baseline right drive by Bowen. Back out top for Connor McCaffrey. 8:50 to play. First half. Iowa's still 28-15 Hawkeyes. Chris Murray's double team. Somebody's got to be open. It's Connor McCaffrey in the corner. His 3 good. He rattles another one in. 4 for 4 last week. And he starts out his session tonight with a 3 from the far left corner.
Good patience by the Hawkeyes. Move the ball side to side, and the extra pass made by DeSante Bowen over to the wide open Connor McCaffrey, left corner.
Steal by DeSante Bowen as he dropped off a double team. Chris Murray with a run out and a dunk. Timeout, Bethune Cookman. That all started with DeSante Bowman. Dropped off his man because he sensed that bounce pass on the give and go was coming. He picked it off, and it was an easy dunk at the other end for Chris Murray.
Yeah, Hawks very unselfish. Correct myself. Josh Dix made that extra pass over to Connor McCaffrey. That's a heady play for a freshman coming in. The Hawks sharing the basketball. That is assist number 8 on 12 made baskets.
So a 3 by Connor McCaffrey and then a steal by Bowen leads to a run out dunk by Chris Murray. 33-15. Iowa's biggest lead of the night is at 18. You don't need countless insurance companies. You need one insurance company you can count on. And that's EMC Insurance Companies. Find your agent at emcins.com. Back in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Casey Nielsen for a test drive today at one of our 11 locations in northern Iowa, or get a quote online at caseynielsen.com.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
Hawkeye basketball brought to you all season long by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and by the Iowa Lottery. What time do they announce the Powerball tonight? Is that 9 o'clock?
9 or 10, I think. I got a couple.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Oh, we got time to make a quick run to.
They were lined up at where I was at today.
You can run down to our nearby Cenex store and pick up a couple Powerballers. The holiday season is approaching fast. Visit your local Iowa Lottery retailer for some holiday scratch tickets also. Then enter your non-winners in the VIP club for a chance to win big cash prizes up to $100,000. I'd take that too. Visit ialottery.com for details. The Hawks are cashing in right now.
Yeah, they certainly are. Hawkeyes 55% from the field, 12 of 22. They're on an 11-0 run over the last 5 minutes. Remember when that kid Harmon hit a three-pointer to make it 22-15? Well, from that point, it's been Rabracha, Chris a couple of free throws, Connor with the three-pointer on a pass from Josh Dix, and then this basket by Chris forces the timeout. And really like how the Hawkeyes have played here in the first half.
33-15 Iowa, getting it done at both ends of the floor. Out rebounding Bethune Cookman, I'll say 15-6. Fran sends mostly a new lineup out there. Well, Ulis and Connor McCaffrey stay on the floor, as do Desante Bowen and Josh Dix. So the two freshmen are out there, and in comes the big fella, Josh Agundale. Bethune's going to have to hurry or get a 10-second call. Instead, they throw it away. Loose ball picked up by Agundale. Here come the running Hawks. Bowen, Josh Dix, 4-3, no good. Strong rebound by Ulis, but ripped away from behind. He didn't see the defender come in from the blind side, and Marcus Garrett took it away and then scores at the other end. Took it coast to coast, the Moorhead State transfer. That ends about a 5-6 minute drought for Bethune Cookman. 33-17 Hawkeyes. Bowen tried to turn the corner, shut down by Harmon. Into the near corner now for Connor McCaffrey. Aaron Ulis running the point. Here's Dix. Drives around his man, reverses dribble along the left baseline. 6 to shoot. Bowen looking for an outlet. Connor McCaffrey's going to have to force something up. Lost the handle. Tried to do a double dribble or a double move and lost the dribble, and a foul on Connor at the other end. They're going to get Connor for bodying up on Zion Harmon. Harmon's fast, isn't he? Really quick.
He is quick, and he's shifty. He's strong. He's got a strong upper body as well, and always got his head up, looking to attack.
Now, Tony Perkins and Peyton Sanford have had a nice breather on the bench. They'll come back in, and 2 free throws coming for Harmon. First one is right through. Stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by Bud Light. Hawk fans, Bud Light proudly welcomes you fans back to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Now, this young man, Zion Harmon, out of Maryland, played at Western Kentucky and transferred. Makes both free throws. His first 2 attempts of the year. 33-19. Iowa's lead was 18. Sanford for 3 in transition, no good. Agundale with a strong rip on the boards. Here's a 3 by Bowen, no good. And it's cleared by Bethune Cookman's Dylan Robertson at 6'10". So a stop for the Wildcats. Now they try to turn it into points at the other end. Elijah Holsey is back in for the Wildcats. He's 7 feet, so they got 6'10", 7 feet inside. But Agundale can body up on anybody. He's got Holsey right now. That's a one-on-one battle. Hawks slap a double team on Tony Perkins, knocked the ball away, and a kicking violation is called on Holsey of Bethune Cookman. Tony Perkins, always with his hand in the mixer out there.
Yeah, he's got his head up, always looking for the basketball, and you put it anywhere near him, he's going to swipe it loose. But how about this lineup for the Hawkeyes? You got 3 guards in there, along with Peyton Sanford as the 4.
Sanford shovel pass to Bowen, layup, good. Peyton Sanford drove it in deep, was double teamed, and somehow found a cutting Desante Bowen. Now, at both ends, it was a great play. Bowen realized his buddy was in trouble and went right to him.
Right to the front of the rim and received the pass. Gets his first basket, official basket, as a Hawkeye.
35-19, and it was a pretty one. Here's a jump shot. Good in the lane. Boy, a forced jumper by Marcus Garrett, but it went down. Bowen had him defended. Desante all the way back with the ball. Leaves it for Tony Perkins. Perkins throws it baseline to Agundale. Oh, and a great feed from Bowen to Peyton Sanford for a layup. Oh, man. That's Ronnie Lester.
Yeah, that's just really good point guard play. And Fran said this kid has got these type of skills and always knows where his teammates are. Found the cutter, Sanford, top of the key, right down the middle of the lane.
The Boston Bean with the no-looker. And Sanford never broke stride, laid it up and in. Peyton's got a great first half going.
Got 10.
Double-figure scorer. Here's a step-back three. Good by Harmon. Zion Harmon heating it up from outside. He's got 5. And the lead for Iowa is 13, 37-24. 5:20 to play, first half. Sanford drives a dribble in, high post left. Now to Perkins, top of the circle. Right wing for Ulis. Baseline for Agundale. He turned and tried to force his way inside on Holsey, and the 7-footer shut the door, and a turnover as Agundale lost the dribble out of bounds. Good effort by Josh, but he's got to know when to go and when to pull it back out.
Well, you got to read the double team. Came to get some help on the big fella. Just got to square up, reverse pivot, and find the open man cross court.
Here comes Chris Murray and Philip Rabracha back in. So the original starting 5 is on the floor minus Aaron Ulis. He stays in the game. Patrick McCaffrey still getting some minutes on the bench. Hawks look to get a stop here. This is the closest they've been in a while. Here's a 3 air ball, but right to a teammate. And now another 3 by Harmon. No good. That's strong. Rebound tipped out. Battled for. Got bodies on the floor. And it stays with the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman. Here's 7-footer Holsey inside. Scores. Tony Perkins had him on the switch. Tony went for the steal on the bounce pass, and Holsey had an easy layup. 37-26. Chris Murray for 3. Good. There's a clutch basket. That stops the bleeding. 40-26 Iowa. As Bethune-Cookman had come from 18 down and got back to within 11. That's what Chris Murray does. Big baskets at big moments.
He's going to be your big shot guy when the Hawks need a hoop, somebody to settle them down. Chris Murray's your guy. That's 5 3-pointers for Iowa. 5 of 12 first half.
Murray's got 11. He and Sanford in double figures. It's 40-26. Harmon on the switch, drives around Rabracha, fires up a wild shot, draws glass but no iron. Phillip rebounds. Hawks are running. Tony Perkins, stop and go move, and a layup is down through. Tony Perkins, like a robot out there, racing back and forth, baseline to baseline. That heart's beating, I think, but not very fast. He is in great shape, and he puts the Hawks back up 16.
Great shape, always under control, Gary, and forces Reggie to take another timeout.
Bethune-Cookman scored 7 in a row. The Hawks respond with 6 straight. Check that, 5 in a row. It's 42-26 Iowa, and this is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Formerly MedFarm, Bud & Mary's is the same locally grown, family-owned and operated company, providing the largest selection of cannabis and full THC products in Iowa.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes. Thank you.
Hawkeye basketball courtesy of Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield coming your way in just a minute. Iowa 42, Bethune Cookman 26. Hawkeyes 16 of 29. Picked up right where they left off last week against Truman State, shooting 55%, not quite 66%, but against a Division I opponent, you'll take it, Bobby.
Yeah, absolutely. The Hawkeyes, as you mentioned, 16 of 29, 55%. But for my money, watching this first half, I love the defensive intensity. It's been a point of emphasis for Coach McCaffrey and staff over this past, this training camp that they've gone through. But you can see the guys' attention to detail, talking, communicating, helping each other out. Got your head up, go after loose balls, and attack the defensive glass. Hawkeyes out rebounding the Wildcats 17 to 10.
They've pestered Bethune Cookman into 39% shooting. Iowa led on the floor by Chris Murray's 11. Peyton Sanford has 10. 7 for Rebraca with 5 rebounds. Tony Perkins has a half a dozen and 3 assists plus a steal for good measure. Their leading scorer 8 for Zion Harmon. He's taken 8 shots to get 8 points. 6 for Marcus Garrett. So the Hawkeyes in control. They've turned over the Wildcats 8 times and lead at 42-26. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by Quickstar. Win tickets to the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series matchups by simply visiting any participating Quickstar in Iowa through November 13th. Fill up with 8 or more gallons of unleaded 88 and use your Quick Rewards card, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win Iowa State tickets. Visit quicktrip.com/sweepstakes and get pumped to win with Iowa Corn and Quickstar. Full court pressure by Iowa. Harmon races across the midcourt stripe and into the near corner for teammate Joe French. We get back to action. 3:40 to play, first half. Hawkeyes by 16. Here's the 7-footer, Elijah Hulsey, and he throws it away. Threw it to the wing, nobody home.
Sherman Dillard with a quick grab right in front of us here to save the radio equipment, and that is turnover number 9 on Bethune Cookman.
Sherm still got the quicks, doesn't he?
Got the hands.
Aaron Eulis back for the Hawkeyes. They look to build on a 16-point lead. They drive it inside from Sanford to Rebraca. Spin move, shot off the glass, no good, but a beautiful weak side put back by Tony Perkins. That's the value of Tony Perkins. He can play 3 different, he could really play 4 positions. He would be a power forward if you asked him.
Yeah, he can play all 5 if you wanted to. He's got good handles, he's got good upper body strength, and right now playing with unbelievable confidence.
Tony with 9 here in the first half. And the Hawks match their biggest lead at 18. Left-handed hook left of the lane, no good by the 7-footer Hulsey. Chris Murray clears ahead to Sanford. Hawks always looking to run. Perkins trying to percolate a 3, and he drops it down through. Oh, the 3-headed monster here in the first half. Chris Murray, Peyton Sanford, and now Tony Perkins, all in double figures.
Yeah, we got 11 for Chris, 11 for Perkins. Sanford's got 10, and Rebraca with 7. Everybody bringing something to the party.
Iowa's biggest lead is 21. It's 47-26. Harmon double teams and had the ball swiped away by Perkins, but a foul call. Got enough body contact with Harmon. Harmon hit the deck, and it'll be a side out for Bethune Cookman. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by United Healthcare. Thank you, United Healthcare, for teaming up with Hawkeye Athletics this season to support and celebrate small businesses in the state of Iowa. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Just the 4th team foul on Iowa. Clean first half for the Hawkeyes. And it comes. Trying to solve that man-to-man Iowa defense. Hawks are in a zone, though, here on the out-of-bounds play. Marcus Garrett leaves it for Zion Harmon. He drives in and scores on Patrick McCaffrey. Herky-jerky drive to the basket. Patrick did his best to stay with him, but he talked it down high off the square. 47-28. Here's a charging foul called on Chris Murray. Did not see that.
Hook the elbow up, according to the referee there. Chris says, I beg to differ.
The official Alfred Smith, there's no hesitation. Said he got the elbow high. Now remember, Chris was driving it in on a 6'4" guy. So that elbow is going to look high. Chris can't believe the call, but we play on. 47-28 Iowa. Perkins with a steal, and he's shoved by Zion. Oh, I take that back. The ball hit the sideline before Tony's saying, I got a good push from Zion Harmon. But it won't go. It'll ball hit the sideline stripe off of Tony. 21 on the shot clock. Minute 49 on the game clock. And the ball stays with the Wildcats. I don't know why I want to keep calling them the Bobcats. Here's a score again. Tough, gyrating, twisting layup by Marcus Garrett with 2 Hawkeyes on it. And they're getting to the basket, and they're going down. But Patrick McCaffrey gets 3 back with a deep 3. Hopefully that gets him going.
Absolutely. The Hawks up 20 now. Patrick has 6 points. He's got 2 3-point field goals here in the first half.
50-30 Iowa. 1:19 to play in the first half. Harmon uses up his dribble. Perkins has him all wrapped up. Harmon with a jump pass inside, and a jump hook goes down for Dylan Robertson up over the top of a shorter Philip Rebracha. Here's Sanford, uses the breaks, high post right, leaves it for Perkins. Tony pull-up jumper, good. Boy, can he feel it or what?
Yeah, impressive first half here by Tony Perkins. Leading scorer for the Hawkeyes, 13 points. Tony now is 6 out of 8 from the floor. Gary's got 3 assists, no turnovers, and a rebound.
He is going to be fun to watch again this year. That Big Ten tournament, Big Ten championship run that Iowa made over in Indy. Here's a 3, a wild 3 from 30 feet. No good by Harmon. Hawks are up 52-32. Patrick McCaffrey is fouled as he led the fast break down the floor, went to the basket and grabbed onto. He was handcuffed in there. And let's see if they're going to get Joe French. But that Big Ten tournament did so much for Tony's confidence and therefore his career moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy's a professional is what he is. He's gonna have a nice career playing basketball, getting paid. But yeah, back home in Indiana, Tony performed.
Patrick McCaffrey shoots 2. Misses the first. At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork and combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Wimmer's. PMAC will have one more free throw right through. He slaps himself on the right hip and says that's the way you throw him up there. Patrick now with 7 first half points. Iowa's lead is 21. 53-32, 20 seconds to play till the intermission. And the Wildcats spread the floor. Right side for McIntyre, and here's a turnover or a push-off.
Got an offensive foul on number 5, I believe, who
on McIntyre.
Turned his back, when he handed the ball off.
Fran McCaffrey uses a timeout as he is so adept at drawing up these last second or out of bounds plays. Well, Bobby, that gives us a chance. You know, Iowa basketball is 120 years old this season. Bessie Hendricks has been around for 115 of them.
No way.
Yes. Bessie, I hope you're tuned in tonight. We got a, I can't remember if it was a Facebook or Twitter post that Bessie is today.
Birthday.
What's today?
Yeah,
The 7th. Today is November 7th, 1907. Bessie Hendricks was born. Lake City. It's up there between Carroll and Fort Dodge, Calhoun County. She's a super centenarian, which would mean she's the oldest known person living in the United States. Bessie became the oldest validated person living in the United States following the death this past January of another sweet lady, Thelma Sutcliffe. Happy birthday, Bessie Hendricks. And, you know, I got a picture of her. She doesn't look anywhere near 115. Whatever 115 is supposed to look like. I'd say she looks more like 60 or 65, Bessie, and I mean that in a positive way. Happy birthday, Bessie Hendricks, born November 7, 1907.
She loves listening to the radio.
She's a big Hawkeye fan, and no doubt is tuned in. 115. Let's see. 1907. Was that Theodore Roosevelt? Was that Teddy Roosevelt?
I don't know.
Think of the number of presidents she's
things she's
lived
seen,
through.
World Wars.
5 seconds to go in the half. Patrick McCaffrey is at the line to try and add to Iowa's 53-32 lead. The foul was on Derek Hollinger. 2 passes and they had it baseline, and McCaffrey was grabbed by Hollinger. Makes both free throws. 54-32 Iowa. 4 seconds to go. They're going to get a shot up, a foul to give. Good job. That's good coaching. Aaron Eulis reached out and grabbed Marcus Garrett.
Yeah, first foul on Aaron, 6th team foul.
Yeah, 2.1 seconds to go. So the Hawks have to defend here for the final couple ticks. And we'll get to the locker room with a 22-point lead. Inbounding side out across the way from us is Derek Hollinger. Gets it in. Here's a 40-foot three. Good. Well, what do you do? Marcus Garrett reins one in with a hand in his face. And you give him credit. Reggie Theus like that, shooting guard. 54-35. Iowa's lead is 19 at halftime, and we'll come back for our halftime coverage courtesy of Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This has been the well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by EMC Insurance. You've worked hard for it. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Bud and Mary's, medical cannabis farmed and formulated in Iowa. And by Bud Light, it's for the fans. This is the Budweiser Halftime Report.
Iowa leading here at halftime over Bethune Cookman, 54-35. On the opening night of the college basketball season, Bobby Hansen, what do you like?
I like the defense. I like the defense at the start of the game. The Hawkeyes were a cohesive unit. They were talking. They were rebounded, getting the ball off the glass. I like the three-point shooting for the Hawkeyes, 7 of 14. That's 50%. And the rebound numbers, 20 rebounds for the Hawkeyes to just 10 for Bethune Cookman. Kid made a crazy shot there almost from half court to end the half. That's going to happen. All you can kind of do is learn from it. Desante Bowen maybe get up and deny a little bit, but overall the Hawks passing the basketball, Gary. Got 14 assists on 20 made baskets. That's outstanding.
27 points off turnovers last week against Truman State. They've got 16, the Hawks do, off Bethune-Cookman's 10 turnovers in the first half tonight. And to Bobby's point about outstanding defense, Iowa leads at 54-35 at halftime. We're brought to you by Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. Hawk fans, Bud Light proudly welcomes Hawk fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena again this season. Bud Light is for the fans. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by State Farm. With surprisingly great rates, State Farm is the real deal. You can get personalized service from your local agent or use the State Farm mobile app when you're on the go. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Back with our Hy-Vee halftime stat recap in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Point. 0.99% APR, that is. Open your new home equity line of credit with Community Choice and get a 0.99% APR introductory rate for your first 6 months. Oh, did we point this out? You won't pay closing costs. Get started online in less than 60 seconds from the comfort of your couch. Go to unbankwithus.com. With skyrocketing inflation, there's no point in waiting. Get to the point today. Community Choice. Unusual? Nah, it's unbanking. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Hi, welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
What about the one that takes incredible pictures?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
How about this giant cardboard phone?
Oh, that stays.
At US Cellular, new and current customers choose any phone they want for free. That's any brand, model, or size. Free for everyone. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Silver lining means you are backed by a policy and a company that is going to do everything they can to get you back whole to like you were before.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
But there's a promise there. You know, that word means we're going to answer our promise in the policy and get you back up and running if you're a business, or, you know, if you're home, we're going to get your home put back together as if nothing had happened.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
At halftime here at Carver, it's Iowa 54, Bethune-Cookman 35 on opening night for the college basketball season. We'll check other scores in a minute. Right now it's time for our halftime stat recap, courtesy of Hy-Vee, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Hawks by 19 at the break on 20 of 34 from the field, 7 of 14 from distance, and they've made 7 of 9 from the foul line. Iowa's out-rebounded Bethune-Cookman 20-10. Bethune-Cookman shooting 44.5%, 13 of 29, 5 threes and 10 attempts, and all 4 free throws have gone down. The Hawkeyes shooting 58, almost 59%, 50 from 3, and 78% from the free throw line. Big storyline, the Hawks have turned over Bethune-Cookman 10 times, scoring 16 first half points. Iowa's flipped it over 6 times in the first 20 minutes. Hawks have out-rebounded Bethune-Cookman by 10. Iowa led in scoring, 3 in double figures. Tony Perkins with 13 points, 3 assists, 11 points for Chris Murray. He's also grabbed 4 rebounds. 10 points for Peyton Sanford on the strength of 4 field goals, including 2 threes. Rebracha, terrific first half. He's got 7 points, 5 rebounds. Patrick McCaffrey with 8. For Bethune-Cookman, 2 in double figures. Marcus Garrett and Zion Harmon, the freshman guard. Harmon has 10, but he's taken 10 shots to get there. Garrett is hot. He's 5 for 7 from the field with 11. Nobody else with more than 4. The Hawks have 5 steals amongst their wallet tonight. 5 steals leading to 10 Bethune-Cookman turnovers. Iowa 16-9 in points off turnovers, 16-5 in fast break points. They were tied once early, only one lead change. The Hawks have led by as many as 22 and lead it by 19 here at the half, 54-35. That's our halftime stat recap. Let's check the Latham Seeds charity stripe review. How did the Hawks do from the foul line in the first half? 7 of 9. Very, very good. Bethune-Cookman perfect, but they only got there 4 times. That's our Latham Seeds charity stripe recap here, and we'll give you a final look on our postgame show. The charity stripe recap courtesy of Latham High-Tech Seeds. Coach McCaffrey builds successful teams with a diverse combination of talent, and at Latham High-Tech Seeds you'll find the most diverse portfolio in the industry. Diversify for success at lathamseeds.com. At halftime, 54-35 Iowa over Bethune-Cookman. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
Hi, welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
What about the one that takes incredible pictures?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
How about this giant cardboard phone?
Oh, that stays.
At US Cellular, new and current customers choose any phone they want for free. That's any brand, model, or size. Free for everyone. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Second half coming up. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right now on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Iowa basketball leading Bethune-Cookman 54-35 at the break. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Hoops. Thanks to our flagship stations, turning 100 years old this year, WMT in Cedar Rapids and WOC in the Quad Cities. WHO, I think WHO is 98 or 99 right in there. WHO 1040 AM in Des Moines. Also in Clinton, hi to the folks along the river on KROS. AM and FM. Up in Spirit Lake, it's KUOO 103.9 FM. The lakes aren't frozen over yet, but won't be long. Out in Webster City, it's KZWC 92.9 FM and 1570 AM. And in Mount Pleasant, hi to the folks listening in on KILJ 105.5 FM. Scoreboard update courtesy of U.S. Bank. Big Ten teams in action. These are all halftime scores. Maryland 34, Niagara 27. Ohio State 42, Robert Morris 28. Penn State 44, Winthrop 32. Rutgers 31-21 over Columbia. Michigan State 34-20 over Northern Arizona. Indiana leads Morehead State at the break 41-29. And now into the second half, it's Michigan 59, Purdue Fort Wayne 38. Here the Hawks lead by 19 at halftime. Back with the second half in a minute. Our scoreboard courtesy of U.S. Bank. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud and Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features, because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hey, Hawkeyes fans, the wait is over. The Iowa men's and women's basketball teams are back on the court, and Shields has everything you need to cheer on your favorite players all season long. Take your game day gear to the next level with Shields Fan Shop. We have an unmatched lineup of gear, including jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more to help you show off your team colors. So gear up, Hawkeyes fans, and celebrate all season with Shields, a proud partner of Iowa basketball and hoops fans everywhere.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Before we go to the second half, Iowa leading by 19. Here's Bobby in the tunnel with Hawkeye assistant coach Courtney Eldridge.
Courtney, season opener always brings a lot of excitement. You guys looked excited out there, especially on the defensive end. What'd you like?
Yeah, I would challenge the guys to come out here and kind of change our identity defensively. You know, we have one offensively. We need to get one defensively. And I was happy with the way we played defensively. In the first half, we tried to say no ribbon threes and make them make contested twos. I think they've made some tough shots, and I'm happy with our defense.
Okay, thanks, Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney. Coach Eldridge and Bobby Hansen, brought to you by the great John Deere dealers across Iowa, like Van Wall Equipment in Perry. Van Wall, one of your John Deere dealers who can take care of you. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. Iowa got the ball to start the second half. Chris Murray misfires on a three attempt, and Bethune Cookman gets the board. 54-35 as we go to the second half. Hawkeyes playing some D. They turned the Wildcats over regularly in that first half, leading to 16 points. Here's a missed jumper on the baseline. Patrick McCaffrey with a clear out. And the Hawks on the attack. Second possession of the second half. Chris Murray turns the corner all the way to the basket. A score, and he's fouled. What upper body strength there just to hang on to the basketball. Got knocked away from him while he was in midair, laid it in off the glass, and got fouled.
Yeah, I like the play call, too, because Chris is left-handed. He finishes his shots with the left. They ran that play, a little dribble weave. Patrick, the handoff. Chris going right to left, all the way to the basket. Easy hoop. 13 points now for Chris.
Free throw is in. Make it 14 for Christopher. Mom and dad here, as they always are. The Murray clan. Here's a steal on the double team off the press. P-Mac goes in. He misses the layup, but he's fouled hard. And he'll get 2 free throws, courtesy of Marcus Garrett.
Yeah, good defense again. Hawks come out of the halftime locker room locked in on the defensive end and creating some offense with the defense.
Hawkeyes start the second half the way they did the game. Tony Perkins, Peyton Sanford, Patrick McCaffrey Chris Murray and Philip Rebracha. That is a big lineup.
Big lineup. All 5 guys can rebound. Tony Perkins from the point right there. He's going to apply the defensive pressure and get on the glass. But it's going to be what we got to watch all season long. The different lineups that Coach McCaffrey can go with. The versatility of this basketball team. It's going to be done on the defensive end and board.
Bethune Cookman counters with Dylan Robertson and Joe French. KJ Davis. Marcus Garrett. And let's see, I'm missing somebody. We'll pick it up. Oh, I see Dylan Robertson. Here's a wing jumper. No good. Aired it out. Patrick McCaffrey got 1 of 2 free throws from the foul line a moment ago. Here's Rebracha dunking on a run out off the missed shot. Rebound. Iowa 2 passes. Had it underneath its goal. And that was easy for one Philip Rebracha.
Unselfish play once again by the Hawkeyes. Chris Murray with the pass ahead to wide open Philip Rebracha.
60-35 Iowa, and they're settling for long jumpers. I speak of Bethune-Cookman. Marcus Garrett misses badly from 22 feet. Here's Iowa back. Sanford. He usually doesn't miss from out there. Had a wide open look at it, but a little strong. Rebounded by the Wildcats. And here they come on the prowl. Marcus Garrett leaves it on the wing. KJ Davis drives in, shot up, went up for the dunk, and it's blocked away. There's a Rebracha or Sanford? Yeah, Rebracha
spiked it.
Did he ever?
Style.
Might want to check the air pressure in that cylinder or the ball. Get that thing out of here. 60-35. Iowa's biggest lead now at 25.
Another good defensive stop by the Hawks.
That's been the story tonight, Bob. You know this team's going to score. Defense and rebounding. That's what they need more of. Here's a wild shot. Double team defended, and Garrett forced it up. It's loose in the corner. McCaffrey runs it down. Patrick, I speak of. Hawks are running. Here's Sanford. Perkins for 3 in the corner. Good! Timeout is asked for by Bethune-Cookman. Tony Perkins, he's animated.
16 points for Tony, his first basket of the second half, his second 3-point field goal of the game.
Hawkeyes doing what they do best. Force misses and then get going the other way at a controlled 85 miles an hour. Timeout on the floor. Iowa 63, Bethune-Cookman 35. We're just underway in the second half. 17:45 to play. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Hawkeye basketball, well-marked, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Great combination. Hawks are rolling it up now, and Bethune-Cookman getting it done at both ends. Bobby Hansen, defense fueling that offense to the tune of a 63-35 lead early on in the second half.
Yeah, and they've held Bethune-Cookman scoreless here to start the second half, Gary. The first, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. The Hawkeyes jump out on top, 9-0 to stretch this lead out to 28 points.
Iowa basketball is brought to you again this season by Wimmers. Nothing goes better with Hawkeye sports than Wimmers Meats. Premium quality choice of hot dogs and sausages Deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Wimmer's the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. After calling timeout, it'll be Bethune Cookman basketball. Hawks stay with Rebraca, Chris Murray, Tony Perkins, Peyton Sanford, and Patrick McCaffrey. I would guess for a few more minutes. I mean, the Hawks have another game on Friday, North Carolina A&T.
Another similar team that'll come in here, probably a little undersized. Gary will try to beat you off the dribble, spread you out some quickness. Got a couple of shooters out there, but just it's good practice, if you will. Hawkeye defensively, as you heard Courtney Eldridge talk about at halftime, he's got the scout on this game, trying to change that narrative. The Hawkeyes, we know we can score, but now we're going to get down and D you up.
That's a 7 o'clock start Friday night. Of course, what a weekend. Military weekend as we honor our veterans. Basketball Friday night, Iowa, Wisconsin football, 2:30 kickoff on Saturday afternoon. Airtime 12:30 here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Lots going on campus this week. Basketball tonight. Kirk Ferentz show right here on the Hawkeye Network Wednesday night starting at 6:30. Lots of good things to talk about there as well. Right now, Bethune Cookman basketball with 17.5 to play. Crossover dribble, a pitch into the corner. Back to the wing, and with it is Zion Harmon. He and Damani McIntyre playing catch. 8 to shoot. Rebraca gets Harmon on the switch and blocks his shot. Blocked his layup attempt. Sanford brings it back to Patrick McCaffrey. P-Mac to Tony Perkins on the wing. He hops into the paint. Shovel pass to Rebraca for the dunk. Hawks are pouring it on. 65-35. 3 minutes gone, second half.
Another assist for the Hawkeyes. That is assist number 17. Pretty feed, Tony Perkins to Rebraca for the dunk.
Attacking with physicality at both ends of the floor are your Iowa Hawkeyes. Marcus Garrett jump past his baseline. Pass mishandled by Dylan Robertson and out of bounds. Turnover on Bethune Cookman. Hawks are clogging that lane, and they're trying to force it in there regardless.
Yeah, nice job by Peyton Sanford at that time of coming off his man across the court. Come over and knock that ball loose off the Bethune Cookman player.
That is 12 turnovers on the Wildcats. Patrick McCaffrey jump stops left of the lane, looks for help. Now lobs it out front for Chris Murray. Chris puts the ball on the floor with the right hand, reverse dribble, left of the circle for Perkins. He turns the corner, got into a double team and lost the ball. Turnover on the Hawkeyes. That'll be 7 on Iowa. Back quickly comes Marcus Garrett. Takes it in deep, right of the lane, to the baseline. Now back to the wing. 16:10 to play. Iowa 65. Bethune Cookman 35. Now here's Garrett challenging Chris Murray, and he throws up an air ball. He just won't be denied, but he's not scoring any. Murray to Sanford in transition. His three is short, and Rebraca fouls on the rebound over the back of Derek Hollinger Jr. Officials timeout on the floor. The Hawkeyes lead it by 30 with just under 16 minutes to play in the game. Attention all you Hawk fans who buy your own health insurance. Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans that you can afford. Check out wellmark.com/hoops and compare plans. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Take a closer look and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn. Those connections translate into victories for farmers and all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag #IowansWin. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hi, welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
What about the one that takes incredible pictures?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
How about this giant cardboard phone?
Oh, that stays.
At US Cellular, new and current customers choose any phone they want for free. That's any brand, model, or size. Free for everyone. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Businesses like yours count on EMC insurance companies for protection with the standard coverage they need. But EMC agents go further, tailoring coverages with the specialized products and services every unique company requires, including yours. EMC has insurance solutions for nearly 500 types of businesses. So whatever your specialty is, count on EMC to protect it. Visit emcins.com to find your local agent.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination. Hawkeyes have run in the first 11 points in the second half, which has consumed about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes and change. 15:54 to play. Iowa's moved out to a 30-point lead, Bobby, and at 11-0, I mean, the defense is equally impressive to the offensive effort.
Yeah, they came out with energy here to start the second half, and it's easy to have energy to start the game where you got to come out of that locker room and with that same type of intensity on the defensive end. The Hawkeyes certainly done that here tonight. Rebound numbers almost doubled up. Bethune Cookman, Hawkeyes lead that battle 26-14.
Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa men's basketball to serve charities throughout eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. That's iowaswarm.com. Hawkeyes return to the floor with Peyton Sanford, Philip Rebracha, Chris Murray, Patrick McCaffrey, and Tony Perkins. So no lineup changes there. The Wildcats counter with 6'6" Derek Hollinger. 6-foot point guard Zion Harmon, the Western Kentucky transfer. They also have Joe French, the junior, and preseason SWAC Player of the Year pick.
Kept him in check, Gary. 16-point scorer last year. He's got 0.
Ooh, he's been blanked, huh? Dylan Robertson with the ball. Baseline right, jump hooks up and no good. Put back attempt, no good. Put back attempt a third time, no good. They're battling on that offensive glass now, but the Hawks finally come away with it after the missed shot by Dylan Robertson. Patrick McCaffrey, nice spin move right of the key, leaves it for Chris Murray. Chris, a drop down pass to Philip Rebracha. He wants to muscle inside in heavy traffic. Throws back on point. Sanford for 3. No good. He rushed the shot. Rebracha had his hands on the rebound, but it's peeled away by one Derek Hollinger. Here's a step back jumper in transition. No good. Dead shot from Zion Harmon. They are really off center with their jump shooting right now. Chris Murray slips and falls to the floor. Lost the ball. Turnover Iowa. And now a foul on Chris. That was more of a frustration foul, and they'll have to get the mop and the towels out here to, I don't know if that's just moisture falling from the ceiling or just sweat, but one of the
could be right where the team stand
during the timeout. Yeah, good point.
Didn't get a white
dripping off the chair while they're sitting on the chairs.
Yeah, he slipped, Chris did, and good to see him get up and no injury.
The young lads that are on the brooms tonight might get a little chewing out here at the next timeout. They'll be out there swabbing big time. Here's a shot partially blocked by Rebracha inside. Great job on Joe French. 6'5", challenging 6'7", 6'8", and he'll learn who Philip Rebracha is.
Yeah, they really have made life difficult for the 6'5" Joe French, the junior. Last year averaged 16. He did get a three-pointer in the first half, so he hasn't been scoreless, but certainly frustrated here tonight on the offensive end.
Man, frustrated to the point where Reggie gets him out of the game and brings KJ Davis on the floor. Patrick McCaffrey drives the dribble into the paint to Perkins, back to PMAC. His 3 dips in and out, no good. Great hustle by Rebracha, grabs the rebound with 14:20 to play in the game. Chris Murray's open for 3, no good. That one's short. Hawks have cooled off for the moment. They had that kind of a stretch in the first half. Here's a layup and a score in transition by Zion Harmon, and he's fouled. He kind of surprised the Iowa defense. Free throw coming courtesy of Chris Murray. And third foul on Chris, so he'll have to come out in favor of Connor McCaffrey. The first points of the second half for Bethune Cookman come at the 14:08 mark. 65-37 Iowa. Free throws good by Harmon. Well, he's going to get his points because of the aggressiveness in the offensive end. He doesn't care what the shooting percentages are. He's going to go for the baskets, the layups, and the jump shots, which should play pretty well in the SWAC. Here's McCaffrey. Patrick double team. And we got a late whistle call, a foul on Derek Hollinger, slapping down on Patrick McCaffrey. Fourth team foul on.
Yeah, fourth personal on McIntyre, the starting point guard, so he's got to come out.
So it was not on Hollinger, it's on McIntyre. He was the other half of that double team. 13:52 to go in the game, and the Hawks leading 65-38. Peyton Sanford runs the inbounds pass, runs it down in the backcourt. Now swirls into the wing to Perkins, back to Peyton. There's a three. Hear the ripple of the cord there. That's when you know he's zeroing in properly.
Wastes no time. He's got one of the quickest releases I've seen in college basketball in a long time, and pretty pass from Tony Perkins. That's assist number 5 for TP.
Had his feet underneath him, shoulders square, and splashdown. He's got 3 threes, 5 field goals total, and for Sanford, 13 points. Now an air ball by the Wildcats from deep out. Sails out of bounds into the cheerleader section near the band. Tony Perkins comes out, as does Peyton Sanford, perhaps for the rest of the night. 13:19 to go. Dasante Bowen and Aaron Eulis replace them. That's what I love. They can go from all 6'9" to 6'4", 6'5". Really change the complexion of that lineup.
A lot of versatility with this team,
I guess. Rebraca's still in there at 6'7". He's the big guy on the floor and will take over inside. He rifles a pass to the wing. McCaffrey for 3. It's good. 71-38 Iowa.
Patrick now in double figures. He's got 12.
And that's the 10th tray for the Hawks. 10th from distance tonight. 10 of 23. Jump hook right baseline is no good.
Look out.
Offered up by Robertson. Then he got under the feet of Rebraca and fell down. Hawks are shooting. Connor McCaffrey, good again from distance. 4 for 4 last week. What is he, 2 for 2 tonight?
Connor's got that's his second. Yep, 2 for 2. 6 points.
74-38. 11 threes for the good guys. 12:18 to play. Right wing, Marcus Garrett leaves it for his teammate KJ Davis. His jumper no good off the left of the iron from 17. Rebraca with another rebound. He's got 9. Phillip going for double digits and boards. Eulis shooting in transition. Oh, and his 3. Tried to crawl down from the near corner in front of the Iowa bench, but comes out and rebounded to Bethune Cookman. Marcus Garrett now across the timeline. He slows everything down to a walk, chased by Dasante Bowen. That Iowa depth showing its muscle. Here's a jump shot in the lane, no good. Put back, no good again by KJ Davis. And now 10 rebounds for Rebraca. Davis, good job getting his rebound, but he couldn't get it down the second time either. It's those long arms of McCaffrey and Rebraca waving at him.
Oh, yeah, making it tough.
Patrick on a crossover dribble, drives inside, anticipating contact, flipped the ball up there, almost crawled over the top of the square, no good. Here comes Bethune back, shooting in transition, scoring off a missed shot by Dylan Robertson. Or excuse me, off a missed shot by Davis is Dylan Robertson. He was fouled as we go to a timeout, and we'll shoot a free throw when we return. Iowa by 34, 74-40. 11:13 to play in the game. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hi, welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
What about the one that takes incredible pictures?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
How about this giant cardboard phone?
Oh, that stays.
At US Cellular, new and current customers choose any phone they want for free. That's any brand, model, or size. Free for everyone. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
I have been in people's houses on Thanksgiving morning before the fire trucks have left because Grandma forgot to turn the cranberries off. Nobody's fault. It just happens.
A West Bend claims representative on handling a claim.
And then we'll be in their kitchen, putting things back, boarding windows up, winterizing the house, making sure everything is good as quickly as possible. We've been there Christmas Eve, been there New Year's Eve. That's kind of the way we do business.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours? The one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Join us for more Hawkeye basketball Friday night when Iowa looks to add to an opening night victory here, hosting North Carolina A&T, 6 o'clock for the pregame show. Bobby and I will reach you 7 o'clock for the tip-off. The Hawks and North Carolina A&T. We welcome you back to our coverage courtesy of Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield. Bobby out rebounding the opponent by 13, getting the break going. Therefore, the shooting percentages are up there where you like to see it. 55% for Iowa.
Hawkeyes 58%, 59% first half, 47 here in the second. What I like, Gary, looking at that stat sheet, Bethune Cookman just 2 of 19 here in the second half. That's just 10%. Hawks came to play defense tonight.
Great D, as a matter of fact. We've got 11:13 to play in the game, and Iowa leads at 74-40. We're brought to you by Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield and by Authentic Brand, proudly providing Bobby's and my apparel for tonight's game. I've got the nice light jacket on, the fall jacket on. Bobby has the pullover. I like that black and white Tiger Hawk look.
I do too. Thank you,
Coach Hansen. Yeah, Clark, and a great Iowa company in Perry. Authentic Brand, a huge selection of quality licensed Hawkeye gear available at many local retailers across the state, or you can order online at authentic-brand.com. Authentic Brand. Look authentic, feel authentic, be authentic. Nice crowd for what will be a doubleheader on a Monday night with the Hawkeye women playing right after this one, Bob.
Absolutely. Got a lot of energy in the building. Everybody gets excited when it's opening night, Gary. So they're enjoying what they're seeing here out of the Hawkeyes. Got a free throw coming right now for Dylan Robertson. He's an 8-point scorer. He's got just 4 in tonight's game.
They've got just 5 points, does Bethune Cookman, in the second half. And we played nearly 9 minutes. So the and one here for Dylan Robertson, and it goes down through. 74-41 Iowa. Into the game now for the Wildcats as they'll full court pressure. Is the young man from Lithuania, Lukas Gudovicius. Agundale is into the contest along with freshman Josh Dix. He finds fellow freshman Desante Bowman, and I thought he got tripped, but he tripped over Gudovicius, and he leads a breakout with a steal and a block from behind by Aaron Eulis. Great job by Aaron catching up after the Hawks turned it over, and he blocked down hard on Marcus Garrett. It'll stay, the ball stay with Bethune Cookman, 24 on the shot clock.
Aaron saves a layup right there because Garrett was going to go in there for an easy deuce. Did not see Eulis behind him and got the block.
Oh, and Aaron almost steals the inbounds pass. Great effort by Eulis. Here's a three. Nope. Fake the three. Jump pass inside to the 7-footer. Left-handed hook is up and good. There's a 7-foot 260 colliding with Agundale, who's about 270 at 6'11". Dix for 3 for the Hawkeyes. He rushed that shot. It was well off the mark, and Josh hustles back on defense. 74-43. Iowa's lead is 31. We're halfway through the second half. Reggie Theus slows things down. 4 in, 1 out. And he's trying to run his offense for games ahead. Gudovicius throws it inside to the big 7-footer, Elijah Hulsey. And Agundale shoves him back and forces a turnover. The big fellow, the freshman, Hulsey, throws it away. Josh Agundale goes in for a layup. How's that for a hustle? Forces the turnover, banging chest with Hulsey at one end and then scores at the other with good hustle running back into the play, Bobby.
Avoiding the traffic at the rim, too. A little Euro step and a little side step by Josh O, showing some nice footwork.
And another poke away by Agundale on the entry pass. Reached around his man and tapped it to Connor McCaffrey. Way to go, Josh. He's earning some medals and more minutes with this effort. 76-43. Crowd wants him to shoot the three. I don't think that's going to happen. They skip it inside to him now. He's going to drive baseline left. Double team. Finds an open teammate. And a layup is good by Josh Dix. Crowd favorite Josh Agundale.
Yeah, nice cut by Josh Dix, realizing his big man was triple teamed inside there. Just simple little zipper cut right to the front of the rim, get the pass and score.
He is spending some energy out there. Here's a step back three from the corner that's no good. Dix with a rebound. No call. Gudavicius was over his back. We play on. Aaron Eulis all the way. Left-handed leg. A score for Aaron Eulis. And the Hawks have blown the lid off this one 80-43 with 8.5 to play in the game. They're not going to run with this team. I say Bethune Cookman is not going to run with the Hawkeyes. They just don't have that kind of depth, and the Hawks are schooling them right now. 10 to shoot. Here's a drive inside and a missed shot off the glass, high off the glass. Good defense again by Eulis on Zion Harmon, but a throwaway is deflected, but right to Desante Bowen. So the Hawkeye break slows down for the moment. On the outlet pass, deflected. Bowen gets it back. He drives inside. Push-up jumper in the lane. No good. And slapped away from Agundale. Got a hand on it, but their 7-footer Hulsey comes away with it. Here's a beautiful stop-and-go move, and a scoop layup is good by Zion Harmon. Well, I like this guy's game.
Yeah, he's going to be in the starting lineup soon. Leading scorer for Bethune-Cookman. He's got 15.
That was some kind of move there. Transfer from Western Kentucky. Now he's 5 for 16 from the field, but that number will improve. 7.5 to go in the game. 7:32 to be exact. Iowa 80, Bethune-Cookman 45. Connor McCaffrey double team. Josh Dix is open for three. No good. Couldn't line drive it in. Gudavicius clears. 6'10", good-looking freshman from Lithuania. Brings it down the floor himself. Now leaves it for Zion Harmon. Wildcats catching their breath here with the possession. Marcus Garrett and Harmon playing catch. 12 to shoot. Harmon's going to work the dribble in on Connor McCaffrey. They double. Here's a pass inside intended for the 7-footer, knocked away by Josh Dix. Bowen back the other way and throws it away. Tried to hook a pass to Josh Agundale, but that one zipped by him and out of bounds. Iowa has turned it over for just the 10th time tonight. 6:51 to play in the game. See a lot of Caitlin Clark moves out here tonight with these young Iowa guards. They're playing hard. The Hawkeyes comfortably in front, 80-45. The Hawkeye women are next against Southern University. This is Hawkeye basketball from Northfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
Welcome back to Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield's coverage of Hawkeye basketball. Iowa 80, Bethune Cookman 45, 6:50 to go in the ball game as we wind down to the women's game. The ladies are playing next. Hawkeyes, 4th-ranked Iowa and Southern University. Stay tuned for that game. Hopefully you've got time to get here yet. U.S. Bank scoreboard update looks like this. Big Ten scores. These games are late, inside 8 minutes to play. Indiana leads Morehead State 72-44. Michigan State 62, Northern Arizona 46. Rutgers by 40 over Columbia. Penn State 79, Winthrop 58. Ohio State 77, Robert Morris 51. Maryland by 15 over Niagara with 4 minutes to go. Iowa leads Bethune-Cookman 80-45 right here. Later starting games, Northwestern in the first half leads Chicago State by 10, and Nebraska has a 14-point lead on Maine inside 4 minutes to go in the first half. That's our U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. Fortunately, Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. And it's a good thing, too, because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, see how much you could save. Geico.com, it's easy. The Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series is all about celebrating our student athletes as well as our state's corn farmers. Just like the Hawks work hard all year to get ready for the season, so do Iowa's corn farmers, growing a crop used in over 4,000 products. That's a win for all Iowans. Iowa corn.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes here. Let's go over some game stats, Gary. For the Hawkeyes, shooting 55% for the game, 30 of 55, 41% three-point shooting, 11 of 27. Out-rebounding Bethune-Cookman, 36-25, forced 15 turnovers and has scored 21 points off those 15 turnovers for the Hawks. Defense has been the story of this game.
Sure has. One other score to give you, courtesy of U.S. Bank. Iowa State opening up tonight against Ooey Pooey, IUPUI. Cyclones lead 28-12 with 5 minutes to go in the first half over at Hilton. And here's Bethune-Cookman on the attack. Pull-up jumper right of the lane is no good. Short, rebounded by Aaron Eulis. As Marcus Garrett misfires. Here's a three by Connor McCaffrey. Finally missed one. But Agundale with a strong offensive rebound, and his outlet pass is deflected out of bounds. Hawks will keep the basketball with 6:11 to play. Career high 3 assists for Josh Agundale tonight.
Yeah, good job. But Josh really gotten in there, done a nice job defensively, and showing us some nifty moves at the basket.
Couple steals. Love his heart. Here's Aaron Eulis to Josh Dix. He is fouled as he tried to jump past a fellow freshman, Desante Bowen, on the wing. They're going to say he was trying to pass, so there'll be no free throws. Underneath, out of bounds, right of the goal. Eulis will do the honors. Hawks are setting the screens. Comes into Connor McCaffrey, baseline left. Now to Agundale. Back out top, they reset. Bowen and Eulis, the guards. Josh Dix, Agundale, and Connor McCaffrey inside. Here's good penetration by Eulis. Reverse layup attempt no good by Bowen. Put back attempt no good by Agundale. Rebounded by Aaron Eulis. Hawks can burn some more clock. Shot clock resets to 20. Here's Connor McCaffrey. 10 to shoot. Eulis, a screen from Agundale. Pull-up jumper, no good. Short, rebounded by the Wildcats, and they're running the other way. Garrett is fouled on the nice outlet feed by Zion Harmon. 5 team fouls on Iowa.
Foul number 30, Connor McCaffrey.
Will he get 2? No, he was fouled before shooting the basketball, so they'll be underneath out.
Smart foul by Connor to stop the fast break. Knew they weren't in the penalty yet.
He is a smart player, isn't he?
Yeah, really is.
Tippy Business School. Here's a shot up and good inside. Well, something broke down there. The Hawkeyes middle defense inside. Connor McCaffrey and Agundale looking at each other. Somebody missed an assignment there, and on the inbounds, Gudavicius had an easy layup and now a free throw. We lost Henry Tippy this past spring. We think of the Tippy family all the time when mentioning the business school.
Generous supporters.
Oh my, in his 90s.
Iowa. Belle Plaine, Iowa.
80-48. What have they scored the second half? 13 points. Has Bethune Cookman. That's defense to your point, Bobby. Here's a drive and a score by Desante Bowen. It's a tired Bethune Cookman team on the floor right now. 5 minutes to play in the game. Iowa leading 82-48. Hawks are cruising to an opening night win. Garrett on a nice crossover dribble, misses the jumper in the lane. Agundale grabbed the rebound, didn't secure it though. Jump shot again by Garrett, no good. Dix tips the rebound to Bowen. Here come the Hawks running, and a free rein for Aaron Ulis. He's happy to be back on the floor as he slam dunks it down off the rebound. Nice outlet pass by Desante Bowen.
Yeah, the Hawks have officially run. Bethune Cookman out of here.
Riley, you're out of here. They got to go play at Indiana Thursday night. So Reggie taking on all comers. Here's a steal by Dix. Peeled the ball away. Bowen going down for a layup. He scores. Started with Josh Dix. One freshman steals, another freshman scores.
Again, unselfish play. The pass ahead had your teammate out ahead of you in the open court. Desante Bowen, another basket.
86-48, 4 minutes to play in the game. Another incoming freshman class to be announced on Wednesday. Signing day, early signing day. Here's a running hook in the lane that's good by Marcus Garrett, the redshirt senior from Chicago. No doubt has some relatives out here tonight watching him play. 86-50 Iowa. Dix from Abe Lincoln in Council Bluffs. Now to Ulis, back to Josh in front of the Iowa bench. Here's Desante Bowen. He's had some nifty moves tonight. The freshman from Boston feeds Aaron Ulis for a wide open look on the wing, but Aaron couldn't get it to go. And rebounding is Bethune Cookman. Marcus Garrett walks the dribble up. Now underhands it to Zion Harmon as Fran McCaffrey will empty the bench. Running pass. Thought it was a jump shot, but a little rainbow lob to Dylan Robertson on a backdoor jam. And it's 86-52 Iowa. Now a substitute timeout will bring us to a full break as Laquetta, Eldridge, Kingsbury, and Riley Mulvey gets set to check in. More on that in a minute. We'll come back to Carver after this timeout. Iowa on cruise control leading 86-52. With quick hot savings from Quickstar, you'll find hot deals throughout the store. Check out the savings on produce, Nature's Touch dairy products, and so much more. Quickstar's got your savings covered. Quickstar. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at MidAmericanEnergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
Well, Mark, Blue Cross Blue Shield and Hawkeye basketball. It's a great combination. Has been tonight, 86-52 Iowa. And we don't want to keep harping on it. Well, yeah, we do, Bobby. Defense, defense, defense.
Yeah, you know, you're going to get challenged by this team that Reggie brought in here, Bethune-Cookman. They got quickness. They got guys that can score. They got a lot of new guys. But, you know, Fran challenged them. Like, we got to be more consistent on both ends of the court. And at one point here to start the second half, they held Bethune-Cookman to just 10% shooting. They were 10 of 19. Almost 11% shooting. So that is outstanding. Sticking to the game plan, rebound the basketball, dominating on the boards here, 41-28, not turning it over, hit 24 assists, playing unselfish. The Hawks off to a great start here in the season opener.
Iowa led 54-35 at halftime. That's 17 second half points for Bethune-Cookman. That's been it, as Iowa has outscored the Wildcats 32-17. As Ed Podolak likes to say, getting a medical cannabis card in Iowa is as easy as talking to your doctor. Join thousands of Iowans using medical cannabis today. Search budmary.com. budmary.com and learn more. Buddy Boy is getting revved up for the Badgers, doing his homework, no doubt tuned into our broadcast tonight. Iowa basketball here when play resumes with just under 3 minutes to go. 2:57 remaining. Josh Dix stays on the floor. We've got Courtney Eldridge's son,
Dante.
Dante's running the point. Luke Laceda out there with Carter Kingsbury. Kingsbury throws it away. Pass to play. Riley Mulvey with a dunk after he raced down the floor and caught up to the man with the basketball, KJ Davis. How's that for hustle from a 6'11" tall timber?
Just off the bench, too. Pretty cold, and never gave up on the play.
Foul called on Bethune-Cookman. Riley Mulvey. He and Agundale give him a great inside presence. They just need some experience. Riley, a true sophomore, 6'11", 245. He's been on the weights this offseason.
Yeah, this gives him a great opportunity here to get some extended minutes. You might get 5-6 minutes here. Try to grab a couple boards and maybe a hoop.
There's a corner three by Josh Dix. No good. He dialed it up. Wide open look, but couldn't get it in. Hawks hustle back. He's sitting in a zone with Dante Eldridge and Luke Laceda. Out top, it's Kingsbury, Mulvey, and Dix down below. 12 to shoot, 2:15 to play in the game. There's a screen and a roll right for Zion Harmon. Hawks catch up to him. He lobs a jump shot up baseline right, no good. Dante Eldridge from Kirkwood and Iowa City West leads the break down the floor. Dribble is swiped away from Laceda out of bounds.
Number 5, Damani McIntyre.
Luke is a walk-on from Concord, Michigan. 6'5", 180. His dad and Fran have some history, don't they?
I believe so, from college.
I think Fran recruited his dad, if not mistaken, when he was at Notre Dame. Jump shot by, I believe it was Dix in the corner, misfired from in front of the Iowa bench. Rebound brought back by Bethune-Cookman. Minute 50 to play. Here's a long three, no good. High off the back of the iron, rebounded by Gudavicius at 6'11". A pass inside, short jump shot missed by Kevin Davis, and the Hawkeyes bring the rebound down the floor. Minute and a half to go. 86-52 Iowa. Layup and a score for Josh Dix. Those sneakers were nailed to the floor there for the Wildcats. They let Dix drive right by him. At least 3 defenders, would-be defenders, and a score, 88-52. Jump shot is good. High post right by Dylan Robertson. Tony Perkins will be our star of the game. Stay tuned for that. Our post-game show coming up courtesy of U.S. Cellular. Bobby will talk to Fran McCaffrey. I'll visit with Tony. Jump shot from the wing by Dix is no good. 1 minute to play. Gudavicius back for the Bobcats. So a solid performance by Iowa tonight, Bobby. A game they were expected to win, but still got to go out and play. Here's a jump hook good by Robertson, 88-56, but got to like the effort at both ends of the floor.
I did. I really did. In both halves, too, Gary. It wasn't just one half or the second half. It was both halves, and everybody contributed. Everybody that got in this game did something positive, and you're going to feel good here the next few days of practice as they get ready for North Carolina A&T.
Blocking foul called on Bethune-Cookman. Luke Laceda at the line. By the way, our first Fran McCaffrey Hawk Talk is coming up at the Hyatt Regency Hotel and Conference Center in the Iowa River Landing. The show takes place weekly. Our first show the end of November. on November 30th to be exact. Please visit HawkeyeSports.com. The schedule's there. 7 until 8:30. We'll talk Hawkeye basketball all winter. First free throw's good for Luke. Second one a little bit short off the front of the rim. Gudavicius with a rebound. 30 seconds to play in the game. 89-56. Big Ten flexing its muscles tonight against the SWAC. North Carolina A&T will be in on Friday night for the 7 o'clock date. 10 to shoot for the Wildcats. They're just draining clock. They got to get rid of it, and a nice backdoor cut and a layup good by Gudavicius. But that'll be the final. 89-58 Iowa. Fran McCaffrey and Reggie Theus will shake hands at center court. Good luck to Reggie and the Wildcats in the SWAC, as Iowa leads almost from start to finish and wins it going away 89-58 after building a halftime lead of 54-35. There were no reviews tonight, but had there been, we'd have told you about Athletico, which we'll do now. Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your pain is to start where you normally finish? The sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. It all starts with no prescription needed at Athletico. Athletico, proud supporter of Hawkeye basketball. Final score, Hawks 89, Bethune Cookman 58. Bobby and I will take it apart and recap it on the postgame show courtesy of U.S. Cellular. That's next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
This has been the well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield second half on the Hawkeye Sports Network. Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Save energy, save money. Visit midamericanenergy.com for energy-saving tips. Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. And by Iowa John Deere Dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
We all love a good win, catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by West Bend, the Silver Lining, Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. Shields, right there with you. U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. This is the U.S. Cellular postgame show.
And our postgame coverage on this Iowa victory tonight over Bethune Cookman 89-58 is brought to you by U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless with a nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular, proud to be the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Bob, I think it's only fair, Bobby Hansen, we start with a defensive effort.
Really good right from the beginning, Gary, and it's what Fran talked about post-game after the Truman State game. The defense was good, but it wasn't consistent in that exhibition game. I thought it was pretty consistent here in this season opener against Bethune-Cookman. Yet guys were talking, they were alert, they were on the glass, the defensive glass, which is the last part of a defensive stand, out rebounding Bethune-Cookman 44-33. So yeah, you got to be pleased with the defensive effort. I know competition as we get to the Big Ten will be different than this, but the guys had that look in their eye like they're ready to get down and stop somebody.
Double-double for Philip Rebracha. He's right in the middle of your conversation about defense and rebounding. It was his start along with Peyton Sanford that got the Hawks off and running from the get-go. Rebracha is our heating up the nets star this evening from the field. He hit 4 of 5 shots. One from beyond the lane, but he was just muscling up, bodying up inside, getting putbacks for a total of 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting and 10 rebounds. He had 2 blocks, 2 assists.
Yeah, he's just getting better and better, and he's the veteran leader out there. Him and Connor McCaffrey are guys that are got that toughness, not afraid of the moment. Will get in there, stick their nose, get dirty, get bloody, whatever it takes to win a basketball game, and that's why we love having those guys on the floor.
And for good measure, oh, by the way, no turnovers for Philip Rebracha, the young man from Serbia. He's our Lennox Dealers of Iowa, hot Hawkeye, 4 of 5 from the field, but he was so much more than offense tonight. Stop in and see your local Lennox dealer. Any issues at all with the furnace as the temperature drops, check out our Lennox dealers. They're there for you and a great supporter of the Hawks. Like Air Solutions in Atlantic, affordable heating in Cedar Rapids. Out in Cherokee, it's Denny's Service. Mechanical Air Systems calls Mason City home. And in the Cedar Valley, Waverly, Waterloo area, it's Hudson Hardware Plumbing and Heating. Congratulations to Philip Rebracha. He's our Lennox Red Hot Hawk for the night. Our postgame stat recap, courtesy of Hy-Vee, is next. Ahead, we'll talk with Tony Perkins, our star of the game, and, of course, head coach Fran McCaffrey. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Formerly Med Farm, Bud & Mary's is the same locally grown, family-owned and operated company, providing the largest selection of cannabis and full THC products in Iowa.
At DePaco Credit Union, members are better together through thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in thank yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Post-game show courtesy of U.S. Cellular. We're talking about Iowa's 89-58 victory over Bethune Cookman tonight to open the season. Hawkeye women are on the floor now, and they'll tackle Southern University here in about a half an hour. Great night for a doubleheader. Monday night, big week with 2 basketball games, Hawkeye football, the Kirk Ferentz Show on Wednesday. Great time to be a Hawkeye. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Station ID break here along the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Iowa basketball. And a Hawkeye hello to those listening in on Harlan's KNOD 105.3 FM. In Sioux Center, it's KSOU 1090 AM 101.5 FM. Up in New Hampton, KCZE 95.1 FM. In Creston, it's KSIB 101.3 FM. And our flagship stations, WHO in Des Moines, WMT in Cedar Rapids, KXIC here in Iowa City. Time for the Hy-Vee halftime. Hy-Vee postgame stat recap. They start to run together eventually, courtesy of Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Until we hear from Tony Perkins here. Here are the main Hy-Vee numbers tonight. The Hawks shoot 34 of 67. That's 51% for the game. 11 of 33 from distance. So that cooled off in the second half, but by then the damage had been done. Iowa got to the free throw line 14 times tonight. We'll do our Latham Seeds recap in a minute from the charity stripe. For Bethune Cookman, they were held to 34.8 shooting, 23 of 66, just 5 of 16 from beyond the arc. Iowa out-rebounded the Wildcats 44-33. Hawkeyes in points off turnovers had 12 more, 23-11. And flipping the Wildcats over 16 times, Iowa turned the ball over 11 times. The Hawks were led in scoring 5 in double figures, by the way, led by our star of the game, Tony Perkins. 7 of 9 from the field, 16 points, 5 assists, a steal, and only 1 turnover. That is some kind of floor play. Next, it was Chris Murray with 14.6 rebounds, 13 for Peyton Sanford. He had the hot first half. He had 3 threes on the night, 5 of 11 shooting. 11 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for the senior Philip Rebrachev. 9 defensive boards, by the way. He also had 2 blocks and 2 assists, no turnovers for the big man. 6 points each from Connor McCaffrey and Desante Bowen, 4 apiece from Aaron Eulis and Josh Dix. For Bethune Cookman, 3 in double figures led by Zion Harmon, freshman. 15 points, but he took 18 shots to get there. 13 for Marcus Garrett, 11 for Dylan Robertson, 5 for Lucas Gudovicius off the bench, and 4 each for Elijah Holsey, the 7-footer, and Damani McIntyre. Iowa led by 19 at the half, 54-35. Really put the defensive clamps on Bethune in the second half, allowing them just 23 points, outscoring them by 12 and winning it 89-58. The Hawks led by 38 at one time and win it by 31. 89-58. That is the Hy-Vee stat recap. And now let's give you our Latham Seeds charity stripe recap for this evening. The Hawks got to the line 14 times, made 10. That's a very respectable 71.5%. Bethune Cookman made all 7 of its free throws, but only got there 7 times. Again, that speaks to Iowa's outstanding footwork and defensive posture throughout the evening. That's the charity stripe recap, courtesy of Latham High-Tech Seeds. Just like Coach McCaffrey relies on diverse talents to put a winner on the court, no seed company has more trait and genetic diversity than Latham High-Tech Seeds. Thank you to Latham Seeds for supporting Hawkeye basketball and the American Cancer Society through the Hawkeye charity stripe promotion all season long. Let's make our first trip into the Hawkeye locker room and talk to our best in the game, Tony Perkins. The best of the best is sponsored by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best at what they do and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. And tonight that was Tony Perkins. Tony played just half the game, but 16 points, 7 of 9 from the field, a couple three-point shots, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, only 1 turnover, and a steal for good measure. That's about as complete a stat line as you can throw out there, Tony. And I know this game is so much more important to you beyond scoring, right?
Yes, sir. It's always my mindset on the court is always about hustle, doing the things that I can do to my team. To make my team be the best at any type of, at any point. You know, I don't really care to score, but I mean, if it's there, I'm not going to turn it down. But my main goal is to get a victory and be the most outplaying player on the floor.
Yeah, well said. Your defense in particular was outstanding, but it sure fed into the team effort out of the gate. You really had them flustered 5-6 minutes in. They got the first basket of the night, but beyond that, it was all Iowa. Talk about the defensive effort. We talked about footwork, about being in the right posture, and getting those steals that led to fast break runouts.
We always preach defense before every game. I just try to set the tone defensively, pressing the ball, mostly pushing the point guard to make a mistake like a turnover, or like I did when he was looking at the coach, I stole it. And like the more the pressure comes, the more everybody gets locked in and bring more energy defensively, and that's where we get them steals and them hustle plays that we need, 50-50 balls, and just based off the pressure that I bring on the ball.
And great depth, too, helps. You guys, of course, you never look like you're breathing heavy, but you only played 20 minutes tonight and put up those great numbers. But I think depth has a lot to do with that defensive effort in the end, because you can keep fresh bodies on the floor. And this is another Iowa team that has great depth.
You know, everybody who starts is over 6'3", so we can all switch if we need to with our undersized lineup. But off the bench, we got a lot of players, too, who can step up and bring energy and bring whatever we're missing off the bench as well.
You know, another component there, and I know you guys worked hard on this in the offseason, the summer, and the early fall here, was the weight room. Everybody looks like they've lost weight but added muscle.
Yeah, of course. When you get in that weight room, it's time to work. It's strictly business, and that's what we've been about this summer.
Well, a good way to start the season with a solid win. Come back right back Friday night with North Carolina A&T. One thing Fran told us in the pregame show, which I think is so crystal clear, is you guys have been playing against each other for the last 6 months, and it's showing out here tonight. You're happy to be playing somebody in another uniform.
Yeah, of course. You know, we always played against each other for so long, and it can be for so long till it's like, okay, now it's time. We ready to play somebody else. So, you know, once we got that chance to play somebody else, we just bring in what we worked on against each other and just come out and compete and win.
And congratulations on the win. Thanks, Tony, for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Tony Perkins, our best in the game interview, sponsored by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion, working hard to be the best in their game and proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. And tonight, that was Tony Perkins. 16 points, 5 assists, couple rebounds, a steal for good measure, hit a couple threes, and only 1 turnover. More Hawkeye postgame show coming up, courtesy of U.S. Cellular. In just a minute, Iowa wins over Bethune Cookman, 89-58. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
Hi, Gary Dolphin here. My Game Day apparel features the premium Authentic brand label. Authentic brand products are preferred by national corporate brands and should be your gear of choice too. Insist on the Authentic brand label from your supplier for your next merch project. Or visit authentic-brand.com and find an authorized distributor near you.
Hawkeyes cruise to an 89-58 win over Bethune Cookman tonight. Let's review some of the highlights, some of the best moments of tonight's Iowa victory on opening night for the 2022 season. Peyton Sanford had a hot start, three-point goal here on the assist from Chris Murray a couple minutes in. Dribble, and that's a tough guard for Peyton. A little cat quick Marcus Garrett, 5'4". Here's Sanford for three. Good! Peyton Sanford's got 5 of Iowa's first 8. Peyton would have a hot night. 3 threes on the night, 5 of 11 from the field, and 13 total points. His hot start helped get the Hawks out to a double-digit lead. You just heard him on the air here, our star of the game, Tony Perkins. Here's why he was the star of the game in so many areas tonight. Garrett quickly back into the front court from midcourt, and a steal, a poke away, and a dunk after a run out by Tony Perkins. A steal and a slam by TP, and 3.5 minutes into the game, the Hawks had stretched the lead to 8, 14-6 after a stop. Sanford goes distance again. Rebraca clears, Perkins into the front court, Sanford for three, good! Knocked to the floor after the shot, no foul, and the Hawks have stormed out to an 11-point, 17-6 lead. First double-digit lead on that 12-2 run. Sanford finishes it off with a long three. Rebraca then scored on a layup. Chris Murray a rebound and a jumper for a putback. Rebraca layup, a Murray dunk on the assist from Sanford, and the Hawks were up 13, 28-15. Then Connor McCaffrey, who's been red hot from distance, hopped off the bench. Here's a baseline right drive by Bowen. Back out top for Connor McCaffrey. 8:50 to play. First half. Iowa's still 28-15 Hawkeyes. Chris Murray's double team. Somebody's got to be open. It's Connor McCaffrey in the corner. His three good. He rattles another one in. 4 for 4 last week. And he starts out his session tonight with a three. In fact, he would hit his first 2 trays tonight. Nice assist there by the freshman Josh Dix. On the next possession, Chris Murray with a run out and slam down.
Connor McCaffrey, left corner.
Steal by Desante Bowen as he dropped off a double team. Chris Murray with a run out and a dunk. Timeout, Bethune Cookman. That all started with Desante Bowman. Yeah, the Chris run out off the steal by Desante Bowen. The Hawks were up 18, 33-15 after a couple scores by the Wildcats. When play resumed, Desante Bowen gets 2 back. Sanford shovel pass to Bowen, layup good. Peyton Sanford drove it in deep, was double teamed, and somehow found a cutting Desante Bowen. Bowen with 3 field goals tonight, 6 points, 4 assists. He had some nifty no-look passes, 2 steals, and a couple turnovers. Good effort. Boy, this freshman is going to be special as he grows up. The Hawks led it by 16. Chris Murray had another big-time first half. Didn't play a whole lot in the second half, but this sequence here with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half was pretty. Chris Murray for 3. Good. There's a clutch basket. Stops the bleeding. 40-26 Iowa. Chris ended up with 14 points in 22 minutes, 5 of 8 shooting. He had 6 rebounds too, as well. And the Hawks rolled out to a 19-point halftime lead and win it going away 89-58. Those are some of the highlights from tonight's game. We'll come back and hear from Fran McCaffrey in just a minute here on our U.S. Cellular postgame show. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud and Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular postgame show here at Carver Hawkeye Arena on opening night. Iowa 89, Bethune Cookman 58. That's the final. No doubt Fran McCaffrey had plenty of positive things to say about his team. He's with our Bobby Hansen in the Hawkeye locker room, ready to do his sit down with Robert. Coach McCaffrey is sponsored each game day by the great John Deere dealers around Iowa, including P&K Midwest in Mount Vernon.
Coach, season openers are always exciting for the fans, for the players, for the coaches, for everybody, but you guys certainly came out and performed real well tonight.
Yeah, Bobby, I was really pleased with our effort defensively on the glass, but I think most importantly, and you and I talk about this all the time, it's how we shared the ball. 25 assists. We didn't turn it over. We turned them over. And we marked 2 guys. French and Davis are really good players, and we really did a terrific job on them and put a lot of pressure on their guards. They took 33 shots. And really in the second half, I thought it was our defense that got it to 35.
Yeah, Coach, I don't think they scored for the first 6 minutes of the second half. At one point, looked down on my stats. They were 2 for 21, I think, shooting. So just a terrific defensive effort all around.
It was really good. The pressure on the ball, how we guarded ball screens, how we guarded the dribbler, I thought really was impressive. And I thought Rabracha, Patrick, and Chris on the glass, limiting them to 1 shot.
Absolutely. And Tony Perkins, our star of the game, his on-ball pressure, as you mentioned right there, just overall game was outstanding.
And that started early. He stripped early, went down and had the dunk, set the tone, fighting through screens. I mean, he was terrific tonight.
Peyton Sanford got you off to a hot start as well with his shooting, and he's just out there playing with a ton of confidence. And I think it goes to the point of yours, Fran. You talked about sharing the basketball, and it makes for a good cohesive locker room.
It does, and the other thing, Bobby, like if somebody hits 1 or 2, we go find them, like we go back to them. Peyton was hot early, just keep going to him, and we had a guy like Josh Dix tonight who's a really good shooter. He doesn't make one, but I said, you just keep firing. Like you don't stop shooting when you're open. That's what we want. Yeah. Now he can also score. He can drive and shoot a pull up and do all that. And did a couple cuts and scored. But I want my guys to keep shooting the ball when they're open.
Talk about Patrick, too. He got on the glass tonight, which was good to see. He had some traffic rebounds there in the first half that I saw, and really I thought played strong.
He did. You know, and the other thing he's doing, like we got him playing off 2 feet. And right now he's a little more cautious than he probably should be at times. Sometimes you need to be. So he drives, jump stop, look for a cutter, dump it inside, kick it to Peyton or Tony for a 3. He's doing a great job of that. But sometimes you just need to rip and drive down the lane and raise up and hammer it on somebody's head. So, because that's what he used to do. He would just drive and go off one leg, and sometimes that wasn't the right play. So making sure you understand when to go off 1, when to go off 2. He's getting that figured out.
Love the 2 veterans, 6-year guys, Connor and Philip Abracha. Let's go back and comment on their play. Just brought overall toughness to the start of this game.
I mean, Philip was dominant. I mean, he was just special. I'm so proud of him, the way he's playing. I mean, the physicality, he's locked into the game plan. He's aggressive offensively. Boy, he's been special. Same with Connor. He comes in with the young guys and gets them playing the right way, gets them organized, hitting threes, making plays, also being physical, fouling at the right time. They had a breakaway, and you got to be careful now because that could be like a clear path rule like it is in the pros. That's what it is in college. So you got to make sure you go for the ball, and he did that. So he's just really smart.
Coach, you showed a lot of different lineups tonight, a lot of versatility. I think it's going to be a hallmark of this basketball team. Got to be fun to coach a team that you can got a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and I thought Josh Ogunleye gave us some really good minutes physically at the defensive end in the post, but also with his lateral mobility guarding a ball screen versus a guy who's really good off the dribble. He got some rebounds, he scored, he passed it. Really didn't make many mistakes. It's good to see him get some confidence, Bobby.
Absolutely, and confidence when you had a lot of fans in the stands came out for this Hawkeye doubleheader here tonight, and opportunity for you guys to watch Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeye women take the floor here in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the fan bases that follow both teams, and a lot of them are crossovers, some prefer one versus the other. But, I think they really enjoy, our fans love the doubleheaders. They want to see our women's team. They want to see us. Our women's team is one of the top 5 teams in the country, got the best player in the country. Why wouldn't you want to see them play? They're also fun to watch. They kind of play like we do. We go and play a style that our fans, I think, appreciate, Bobby. They've gotten used to that over the years. That's how Hawkeye teams have played. And so it's nice to get a lot of people in the building supporting both programs. And let's go root for the women now.
Yeah, Coach, real quick, coming up Friday night, 7 o'clock game, North Carolina A&T. Give us a quick little synopsis of A&T.
They got a couple good players. They've got some quickness. They've got some veteran guys. They got some new guys. Well-coached team out of the MEAC. This team we played today is from the SWAC. A&T's in the MEAC. I'm familiar with that program because they're right in town when I coached at Greensboro. Always have a really good competitive team and a great fan base.
Okay, Coach, we'll catch up with you on Friday, and thanks for your time.
Appreciate it, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. With Coach McCaffrey in the locker room. I'm glad he brought up Josh Ogunleye. 3 steals, couple pokeaways, forced a couple turnovers. Good job by the big fella. He earned some more playing time tonight. Everybody got to play as the Hawks roll to an 89-58 win over Bethune Cookman. They spotted Bethune the first score of the game, the first basket, and then the Hawks ran in 10 of the next 12 points and never looked back, leading by 19 at halftime, winning by 31. Our postgame chat with Iowa coach McCaffrey is sponsored by P&K Midwest. At P&K, we have the John Deere tractor you want at the price you need. P&K Midwest.
Through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you